for you. We wanna make this party you don't wanna skip. Gonna be a show to remember. Take over, start to boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fit the way my life was over when it started with that shoe that the black walking ice skating is over. You actually thought that you can get away with skeletons in your closet. Don't think so. We can't reveal the truth up to the public. With your hands up, time to surrender. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fit the way my life was over when it started with that shoe that the white walk of the ice skating is over. We do not live by your rules, dirty word. Your ego has driven you out of truth. You only played yourself, got no game, serving you right. Say your prayers now. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fit the way my life was over when you started with that shoe. The white walk of the ice skating's over. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fit the way my life was over when you started with that shoe. The white walk of the ice skating's over. We're rolling deep into your underground grip. Lotus sent a prior notice. Caught for you. We wanna make this party you don't wanna skip. Gonna be a show to remember. Take over, stop the boogie down. Make over, nothing's gonna fit the way my life was over when it started with that shoe that the black walking ice skating is over.
Where's my camera? Where's my camera out here? Wait. There we go. I hope it works now. I hope everyone is fine, and yes! I had a huge delay. I wanted to start way earlier, but like it didn't work out. I was like recording 1.5 hours of sponsorship things, and my voice is already about to die. And now, if we start reading Lostbelts, I think I will be voiceless at the end of this. So I'll be trying my best to be stuck at the difficult stages for as long as possible, so my voice can rest. So if I suck, that's the plan. I intend to suck. I certainly don't want to beat the stages. First word I heard from Cesith when I dropped in is die. I don't... You come in into the worst time. That's on you, that's not on me. He says, you said you learned French. Learned is the wrong word, or in the wrong form. I was forced to attempt to learn it. Yet I tried to learn it for 5 years and nothing. I speak nothing of it. But technically I have learned French for 5 years, yes. I just don't know anything of that time anymore. That's like absolutely gone. So yeah, it's you can argue if it's really I learned French. I would call it attempt to learn it. I think that's a lot more accurate to what it actually is. So, casual, here we go. Some more casual music. And we go with shuffle. Good, and we're gonna repeat the playlist. Good. So, what was your question, Doctor? Was je willen ook share with me? If so, then I would sadly have to say no. But if it's something else, then I'm open to hear what it is. And anyone that speaks French, I'm so sorry that you have maybe understood what I just said. So, can you say 79? Oh my god, don't come with the numbers. That's like the weird combination with like, 5 something like that. So, this with, was it like 20? Wait, no, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10, 20. Is 30 10, 20? It was something like, what was 30? 10, 20? I don't know. Oh my god, I don't remember. 5 is 50. And then it's like at 60. Sikos. Septos. Septos 9. I don't know. I know it's like the. I think you say like 8 is like 20 times 40, right? So 20 14. I don't know. I can't. It's embarrassing, but it is what it is. Fuck French numbering. They choose to actually implement like the numbering system is so wonky. It works, but it's like fuck that. Let's just play one stage just to use some of my AP. And also Aqua and Chi, welcome to stream. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing well. I'll give you a hint. What is it? Also, Aqua, you aren't online. How come? Now you are. Perfect, thank you. So, what is your hint? Give me the information. I should know it. Like after learning French for so long, I should know. Like it's embarrassing that I don't know. Like I don't even argue with that. It's just embarrassing. Also the NX, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I think I'm just gonna play it simple. So it was 60. 50 is 70, so you can. 70 is 70, so 79. It's gotta be 79, right? It doesn't sound right. But like 79 should be what it is, right? Man, French numbering is just like, it's just so brutal, man. Like, I suck at it. There's no way, there's no universe where I ever will show my skills at this. You're doing good. Just got home from work. Hope you're doing well too. Yeah, I'm doing fine. What was I about to say? Before I start to stream, I was recording for 1.5 hours voiceover work for a sponsorship I have. And so I had to test the gacha game, right? And I have to give my honest. I choose to give my honest opinion about it. The thing is, I don't want to, like, when I do sponsorships, right? When I think a game is good, right? And I say it in a video like this, and I think like, wow, the game is really fun and great. It just sounds like I was paid to say that stuff. But when I genuinely think it is fire, then it's like very hard to convey this message. Ah, Doctor, yes. Yeah, I know what you want with that. It's actually, I think that's actually like a famous snatch joke in the French community. Suck on these nerf or something, yeah, something like that. But yes, yes, yes. So, I was like playing this gacha game, right? And I genuinely think it's like really good. Like it has a rating on Google Play Store for 4.7, right? That should show it's like actually a pretty well made gacha game. Like I played it, I genuinely think it's sad how there isn't as many viewers for a new gacha game. It's like it just recently released, right? That it's like not that well known or much played. It's like actually good. So I get why the developers try everything to promote it on like different places. So it's like I am really happy I got a sponsorship where I genuinely think it's like an amazing product. So I'm very happy about this. That I got this opportunity from them. I'm obviously not saying what gacha game it is, since if I do, some of you might already go download it and give it your own opinion. But I want that you guys, if someone is actually interested in it, that you use also the download link that I was supposed to send out. So they see that I was also promoting it. Wait, I don't want to do too many stages. Let's do one more stage and then we can start with the legendary bell. It's very hard for new games. People already invested money and time into other games. That's so true. The thing is, especially like how the story was written and made in the game I played, right? If FGO was made like this, I don't know how much I would be addicted to reading the story. Like the story is not only voice acted. The way the text is displayed is like so convenient to read. It's like, it's really well made. I wish FGO would also update how it displays their story stuff like that, so it would be way more engaging to read it as well. So, I genuinely think the game that sponsored me is like a really good game. That's what I wanted to convey. So as soon as you see the video, that's not gonna be like, oh, I'm saying the positive stuff about the game, because I got paid to. It's generally like a good game. I am so glad that I got a sponsorship I can say that about. I was once sponsored by something I couldn't test beforehand, right? And so I was just promoting it with just being able to read what it is on paper. And on paper, it sounded really good. And I never had a complaint. No one said it's like a bad thing. But there's something at the back of your head that you wish that you can also be speaking from your own experience. It's like a good thing. When you just read on paper, yes, sometimes things sound good on paper. But in reality, they aren't. And so being able to test it first is great. And like the thing I'm talking about was like a thing, I can't say that, otherwise you also know which sponsorship I'm talking about. But like, I couldn't test it because of certain reasons. I would have if I could have, but I couldn't. But yeah, I said myself, I will not accept any other sponsorships that I don't think that they're like promotable, that they're a good thing. And so hey, it's great that I got this opportunity. What else did I want to talk about? There was nothing much. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. That was the main thing. We can start early today with like a Lostbelt. I don't know how much of the time we will be reading and how much of the time we will be stuck on a difficult stage. Also, Sharadar, how are you doing? So, how do I do this? How do I play this? How do I make this? Yes, let's just go into Lostbelts. I wasn't sure if we should stall like a little bit further, so people that want to hear about Lostbelts, for the people that are lazy to read themselves, that they have the time to join in. But like, depending like... Oh wait, my Streamlabs chatbot is not working! No! Scuff! Okay. Give me a second, I'll fix it. Let's just cook this. Then I get the numbers. So, I hope it's fine. Connect. Good. So the chatbot should also be working now. And, wait, it worked before. It said it worked before. What? Oh no, it should be fine. I heard something about sponsorship, so when it's going to happen? I have a deadline in a few days, so the video will be most likely out in 2 days. I have just recorded the voice line. Today I will use the entire video to edit it out. Then I will, at the same day, send it to them for their approval. And then most likely we'll have it at Wednesday. It's a good gacha game. It's like genuinely an amazing gacha game that I think, like, if more people on Twitch would be streaming it, I'd be very, very hyped to stream it as well. The thing is, there is not really an audience for it right now. And I hope maybe it changes, because it's generally a game I could see myself playing a few times. Like I said, like a good like casual variety game. To like have like a switch between FGO and something else. Man! I was just about to start reading Lostbelts. Oh, Annex. I appreciate it so much, man. Honestly, that's so generous. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. That's wild. Honestly. Arigato gozaimasu. That's so generous of you. Man, I really appreciate it. Wait, can I have some victory music? Wait, do I have them? Wait. We can have that. Come on. There we go. So honestly, thank you so much for the generosity. I really appreciate it. Man, that's wild. 10 gifted. Who did get gifted? Tales of, I remember them. XT3D, Vincent Storm, V, Arurov, Dom, Hotfio, Missing Pixel, Clifter, Page 23. Those are rather active people in chat. So I'm very sure they will appreciate it. So once again, that's so generous, and honestly, thank you so much. That is... wow, it came out of nowhere. So, I think we can start with Lostbelts once again. The MVP of today's stream is already NX. You're amazing. So, it's time for the start of the first Lostbelt that is not a prologue. And I'm excited to see how good it actually is, since everyone was like saying, yeah, you have to read it, it is a crime if you don't, I will unsub if you don't. So I will give it a try, and I just hope it is worth to read. And so, our history came to an end. It's been 90 days since the invasion from space began. In that time, the entire planet has been whipped clean. We've been fighting back for 3 months. 3 long, arduous months. Every single attempt ended in failure. Of course they did. We had all kinds of security measures in place to deal with other countries, but we were completely unprepared for an invasion from outer space. The United States fought hard to the last man, but even so, they only lasted a matter of days. With no other options left to them, all the few remaining humans could do was stand by and stare around, dumbfounded and at the endless stretch of nothingness. Also Vincent, hey. Everyone resigned themselves to the fact that each passing day could well and truly be their last. But not to me. I just couldn't let it end like this. So I turned my back on the campsite and walked away like a petulant child, casting a deaf ear to the people offering up their final prayers. Before me, I saw a vast wasteland of endless white. Any trace of humanity had been erased. And we no longer had any hope for survival, let alone of turning the tide. Nothing we tried had even the slightest effect. In this wasteland, I searched through the old records like a raccoon pawing through garbage. I managed to find an old motorcycle with barely enough fuel for a one-way trip and began riding across the blinding white wasteland. It's just nothing about this makes sense. There are so many unanswered questions. If I'm going to die, I at least want to know why. I can accept an alien invasion. I can even accept the end of the world. But I can't accept not knowing why they invaded us, or how. The invasion lasted a good 90 days. There must have been some sign leading up to it. Someone must have seen this coming. Or maybe someone knew this was coming and decided to let it happen. How did the invaders first make their way to Earth to begin with? Someone needs to figure out at least that much. Someone needs to figure out, or to figure at least that much out, or humanity will never be able to resist in peace, or rest in peace. So I'll keep exploring until I find a lead, some sort of clue that could lead me to the answers I seek. This recording might just be me talking to myself, but still, there is every chance that this is the last document remaining on Earth. My name is David. David Blue Book. I am an oddball, setting off on the last trip of his life, searching for answers in a world where I'll be lucky to see tomorrow. Researcher's log, 2018. 18 hours have passed since the events when we observed in New Mexico. At last, Subject E has been relocated to this base. Honestly, I can barely contain my excitement. This is the biggest thing to happen since the Roswell UFO incident in 1947. I have no idea how it ended up making an emergency landing on this planet, and I don't care. What I do know is that our visitor is at death's door and needs our help if it's going to survive. I also know that it is an intelligent life form and is nothing like us humans. Its form beggars belief. Thank goodness for the boundless capacity of the human imagination. This visitor from a distant world looks exactly like the sort of thing one would see in a horror movie. My orders are to perform surgery on this new friend from beyond the stars, to save its life and hopefully establish communication. I'm literally trembling with excitement. My entire staff and I are eager to begin our work. This will be a difficult operation, but we will save it. This will be by far the most fulfilling work I've ever done. How could I not see that it succeeds? My only regret is that I won't be able to share these discoveries with the outside world. This project is as classified as they come, and who knows if it will ever be disclosed to the public. Until then, we must continue to nurse it back to health in secret, here in this underground facility. It is here that I must study this strange new life form. These tree roots come to life. Oh no, aliens exist. They will write about it. Aliens are a thing. Who could have seen that coming? The flat earthers were right all along. The earth might have been flat all the time. Man, I feel dumbfolded as well. By the way, is the music a bit too quiet? I think we can set it up a bit louder. And this is a long chapter because I see how long this is loading. You will hate what the FGO aliens are, Cesith, trust me. I mean, if they have titties, I'm happy. If it's tentacles, then we just get more content for like for my nightly sessions. So this is at Lostbelt, I believe. This is like the round table at Lostbelt. It has been 90 days, 3 full months, since the Tree of Emptiness took root. The world has been successfully rewritten with the Lostbelts. The feeling theoretical phenomenon is complete. Let us take a moment to celebrate this milestone. None of this world have been possible without each of your devoted efforts. Psh, you're giving us way too much credit, Kirshtaria. None of us has done anything worth celebrating yet. The foreign gods did all the work, invading and rewriting history and the world and all that. All we've done is keep our Lostbelt kings in good spirits. The real work's only just started, yeah. You don't get it, Beryl. Stabilizing Lostbelts and growing the tree are one and the same. She's hot. She's acceptable. Lord Kirstaria is telling us to devote ourselves to maintaining our contracts with the Lostbelt servants. Particularly masters like you, who treat this as some kind of game. Whoa, easy there, Ophelia. Looks really can kill when you're the one giving them. That aside, Lord Castaria changed a bit since you woke up, haven't you? Don't worry, I won't give you too much shit about that. I get why you'd want to clinch to someone under the circumstances. But as long as we're on the subject, let me make something clear here. I've never been more serious in my life. We already died once. Think I don't know better than to treat this like a game? This foreign god person might have resurrected us this time, but I don't see that happening a second time. So you better believe that I want to get things taken care of while I'm still kicking. After all, can only enjoy stealing and killing while you're alive. Don't you agree, David? Indeed, you cannot experience the sensation that accompanies methodical killing from the confinedness of the coffin. Happily, our respective regions are quite primitive, so we are afforded plenty of opportunities for that experience now. You said it. They keep coming at us, practically begging us to kill them. Not a lot of time to screw around. Huh? I see. I feel sorry for your Lostbelts. Then what exactly is Lostbelts? Kadok. What's the matter, Kadok? Beryl is his usual self, but you seem a bit off. What's bothering you? You look just dreadful on my... You look just dreadful. Oh my. Those bags under your eyes. Have you not been sleeping? Or is it just that you're under a lot of stress? Wasn't he like the nice guy? Buff, never mind me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like Kadok was like the one that was like us, right? The super nice person. So... maybe he's not liking. Maybe he's gonna be a traitor for us. That could very well be the case. I'm sorry. You know I can't do that, Kadok. If you really want me to leave you be, then at the very least, I need to see a smile from you. How could I not be sad, seeing a friend so down in the dumps? I can't help worrying about you, whatever you might think on the subject. Understand, if you really want to be alone, you need to be strong enough to handle it. And if you're letting your stress show like that, then you clearly aren't. Why not try relieving a bit of stress with a bit of fun? This suggestion won't win points for originality, but how about some tea? I found some great tea leaves here in my town, here in my own Lostbelt. I'd be happy to let you have some. I bet the Grand Duchess would be delighted as well. None of your business. I swear you just don't change no matter what happens to you, Pepe. Oh, flattery. We'll get you everywhere. I must say that that wasn't bad, Kadok. I'm not praising you. That was an insult. Sheesh. How come you're not telling this guy not to treat this like a game, Ophelia? Pepperoncinos. Wait, Pepperoncino's different. Wait, Pepperoncino's different. He is always like this. Exactly. He doesn't listen to what people tell him. Just think about that weird nickname he picked for himself. He's a dyed in the wool optimist, or maybe a natural born outlaw. Either way, you don't want to see him get serious, you know? He'd only ever show his true colors if the shit really hit the fan. Like the apocalypse or something. Actually scratch that, maybe not even then. Why is Pepperoncino not sounding Italian? Okay, I'm doing that now. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Oh, she's so cute. No more wasting our time. Kirstaria, what did you want to talk about? We've already reported in about our Lostbelts. Mine isn't fit for territory expansion, and I have no intention of competing with the rest of you. If you want to fight over who gets to rule this planet, knock yourself out. Did I not already tell you all this? You think we buy that? You can't just shut yourself away and sit this one out, Akuta. In the end, we're going to have to choose a single Lostbelt. If you give up on expanding your Lostbelt's territory, it will be just a matter of time until another Lostbelt invades it. You really want to just lose by default? You're okay with that? Yes, I am. And if my Lostbelts end up disappearing, I'm fine with that too. This time I just want to stay there, right up to the end, as long as I'm satisfied. I go along with the rest of the Cryptors. So don't give shit about this power struggle thing. I can't blame you. We all know who's gonna win anyway. Chaosteria could beat all of ours put together with one hand tied behind its back. This whole game to figure out who's gonna be the king of the earth has been rigged from the start. I mean, you should see how bad mine and David's Lostbelts are. There's just no way these are possibilities for humanity would turn out. But there's not a damn thing wrong with Kirstaria's Lostbelt. Hell, things might even be better there than in proper human history. No fair, right? I swear he was already the favorite to win before we even got started. No accounting for the luck of a born nobleman. Beryl, hold your tongue. Lord Castaria conquered that city entirely on his own merits. Why else do you think he has no fewer than 3 divine spirits? No fewer than 3 divine spirits. You will hold your tongue as well, Ophelia. Beryl is not incorrect. But it's alright. It is plain to all. Wait, it is plain to all that I will emerge the victor. No comments about how I go about claiming my inevitable victory will change that. Now then, hologram or not, I did not call you all here today to go over your Lostbelts' growth. An hour ago, one of my servants foretold the appearance of a spirit origin graph and a round circle. Huh? No. The spirit origin graph belongs to Chaldea, while the round circle no doubt refers to Meshkura Light Shield. This means they are finally about to re-emerge from void space, following their escape from Antarctica. So they're still alive, even after 3 whole months spent wandering void space. I see. And after Korean Sky went to all the trouble to have the Mages Association appoint a new director, who should have been easy to manipulate. Perhaps you made the wrong choice, would I? My servant could have destroyed the entire base, you know? Again, I missed Peperoncini. Oh man. No. Our plan was the best option available. Chaldea's defense might have been airtight, but they were formidable nonetheless. In order for us to take control, it was necessary to convince Chaldea to let us in willingly by disguised ourselves as staff, and then shut down Chaldea from within. Had we done things differently, the Chaldeans would simply have ray-shifted away and stopped us. Kriyanskaya's plan was well conceived. With the benefit of hindsight, the only issue is the fact that the certain servant did not act of their own accord. But this is hardly Kadok's fault. After all, of the 3 servants who served as the foreign gods' envoys, neither the priest nor Kriyanskaya were our own. So do you know where the Chaldeans are going to show up? Lamentably, my servants' predictions did not reach that far into the future. All I know is that they will emerge in a matter of hours. That's it? So what you're just that's it. So what? We're just supposed to get back to our posts and each keep an eye out for... They'll emerge in Russia inside the Lostbelts. How do you know that? Simply logic, how else? The only thing they know about Earth is as it is now is the only thing they know about Earth as it is now, is the identities of the servant who attacked Chaldea. That's their only possible connection from emerging from void space for them to Oprinchniki. For them, the Oprinchniki above are threat and means to determine their destination. This is sometimes really hard to read. Damn. So it all comes down to retribution. What the fuck is this word? We got them good. So now, they want to get us back. Which means they'll be gunning for me first and foremost. Perhaps. Anyway, if they are the kind of people to seek revenge, that will make them easier to deal with. Out for vengeance. Huh, man, that's rough. I doubt you will be able to talk your way out of that one. I know. How about I help you out, Kadok? You don't really go in for all that rough and tumble stuff, do you? If you want, I can play teacher for you. Show you how it's done. Hard pass. Stick to your own Lostbelt. I get enough Fox Big Brother shit from Pippin. Oh, come on. I really am concerned for you. You know, beside Peperoncino, more like your old man than our big bro. But fine. If you're set on doing this yourself, I can respect that. Retribution, it's just, yeah. Good luck handling this yourself, Kadok. Go show the Grand Duchess what you're made of. Just don't push yourself too hard, alright? If things start looking decay, don't be afraid to bail. We're just competing. We're not enemies, but we got no use for a crypto who's lost their Lostbelt. If you just want to live out your life in peace, nobody's gonna stop you, right, Woodheim? Kadok, as you know, we all have consented to a non-aggression pact. As cryptors, our goal is to expand our respective Lostbelts territories. Eventually our Lostbelts border will clash, and one will inevitably be consumed. Thus will the Lostbelt with the strongest foundation of humanity feed upon the weaker ones. But it is in that clash, and only in that clash, that a cryptor may interfere with another cryptor's Lostbelt. If Chaldea does appear in Russia, then it falls to the king of Russian's Lostbelt to deal with them. Our duty is the reconstruction of humanity within our Lostbelt, to build a world where humans and gods can once more coexist in harmony. Now that the foreign gods' invasion has ended, the task of disposing of Chaldea is extraneous. At best, it is at this stage nothing more than a chore. Still, I suppose I must admit that they remain a hindrance. They do have a great deal of experience overturning worlds. Kadok, I look forward to seeing what you're capable of. Eliminate these nuisances and grow Russian streak quickly as you can. Succeeding in the later should make the former markedly easier. For my part, I would like to see all the Lostbelts realize their full potential, for each is the potential of humanity itself. It would be a travesty for one of them to end before its history has had a chance to flourish. You don't have to tell me, I'm here to win as much as any of you. This is where I sign off. If Chaldea is coming for me, I'll be there to greet them. I kinda get what those Lostbelts are. So each of them owns their own Lostbelt, right? And the Lostbelt is like an entirely separate world where humanity is living in there with gods. And they are able to grow and actually create an entire new world. And eventually the world is so big that it will clash with other worlds, with other Lostbelts. And the one that has a better foundation will be victorious. And then the one that won will grow even bigger. And so Lostbelt will grow and grow and grow, I guess. The question is, if Ritzka will get its own Lostbelt, and by beating each and every single Lostbelt that I will grow Ritzka's Lostbelt, that I will have a chance to beat Kishtari or something. I don't know. This is maybe what I'm expecting. Maybe Ritzka gets Lost Belt, or we're just gonna go all around and destroy all worlds. But maybe it isn't the Lost Belt that Ritzka has, it's just like a normal world. And it doesn't expand, it's just like he's fighting for normal worlds while everyone else is fighting for their Lost Belt. I'm going to head back to the throne as well. My king's thirst for exploration and conquest is irresistible. I actually thought they are the king of their Lost Belt. So each and every single one of them has a king, a god that is the heir of the Lost Belt. I get it. There is no telling what sort of trouble he might get into if I leave him alone for too long. Peperoncino, come on. Right then, I'll be off as well. Let me know if Russia sends out an SOS. Alright, I must say though, you certainly seem happy about this, Beryl. You must get off on seeing Karaka struggling. Now, what sort of heartless bastard do you take me for, Peperoncino? I'm actually worried about him, you know? I was an only child, so I like to think of him as the little brother I never had. Why would I want to see him die? I just want to be a good big brother and look out for him. Besides, I am thrilled to hear that he's still alive. I haven't been this happy since I first broke into their ICU. Dr. Roman kicked me out before we could have a bit of fun together back then, but now there's no one left to get in the way. Peperoncino, come on. Goodness me, I don't know what we're going to do. About him anyway. I'd be best be signing off at 2. Something that doesn't seem right on my end either. But while you are here, David, there's something I'd like to ask you about regarding my report. What do you think about the cube in my Lost Belt? I have a little information to go on. Do you still want my thoughts? Of course. I would so love to hear your assessment. I think that thing is your Achilles heel. The weakest of weak points for you and your Lost Belt. If Woodheim or I had your Lost Belt, it'd be the first thing we got rid of. But in your particular case, Peperoncino, I would leave it alone. That's just who you are. I see. And then maybe I'll wait then to see how it goes. Though I'd love to cut it out now. Alright, I'm signing off. Our next meeting's a month from now, yes? See you then. There's only one more. Who is it? It's Ophelia. Each of the other cryptos has returned to their posts. Are you sure this is for the best, Lord Hysteria? There is one thing that fucks me. One thing I don't know what I should think of. Ophelia is also a character that was in Vivid the Last Song, an anime, right? And there she also had an eye patch. And she looked rather similar. So my question is, Ophelia is based on a mythical being or something like that, right? One thing that fucks me, yes. I'm genuinely curious, like, Ophelia must be some kind of goddess or whatever it is. Because, like, or maybe those 7 are based on something, like, on, like, greed or some shit. But Ophelia is just so similar. Maybe I can show you what I mean with that. Wait, maybe I can type in Ophelia in Google and I get what I want. Ophelia. Ophelia Vivid. Oh, Vivi. Can I find it? Like, it's so similar. Oh, did she have an eye patch? She didn't. But she still gives like kinda the same vibe. Maybe I can give me a second. Wait, no, it continues. Wait. Why did it continue? That is weird. Wait, anyway. do you think this is not similar? Like, somehow I kinda, you know, it's almost like that they're based on something. Maybe I'm wrong. So what did I miss? Each of the other cryptors have returned to their posts. Are you sure this is for the best Lokishtaria? Truthfully, I doubt Kedok is up to the task of maintaining Russia's Lostbelt. The Russian king's spirit origin strength is on par with a divine spirit servant. You may be able to control him, Lokishtaria, but there is no way Kedok can. And if the remnants of Chaldea show up there and start making trouble, there is no telling what might happen to Russian's Lostbelt. Are you worried about Kedok's Lostbelt? Maybe destroy it before it can become food for the orders of Hylia? No, it's not that. It's just the way he was behaving left me with a bad feeling. And there are times when he prioritizes the Grand Duce's wishes over our objective. So his rather ordinary nature has backfired. Very well, you do have a point. Canis, it is time to make use of your sea crossing authority. So he has Canis. Interesting. You will head for Russian and observe Kedok's actions. If he has indeed turned his back on our mission, you will see to his punishment. Also, Black Claw Comic, welcome to stream. Are you kidding me, Master? You're really sending me the great Canis out to do your housekeeping? I actually didn't think of Canis as the great. And all cause this woman won't leave you alone. What sort of heroic spirit do you take me for? A trustworthy one, naturally. You may be a coercer, but that is only your pride. And since I have been bested you in combat, fair and square, I know you will not renege on your promise to me. Nor will you re-announce your previous statement, depending on the situation, unlike the gods. Unless I am mistaken, and you are in fact just as fickle as they are. Always got something to say, don't you, human? What pompous, weak, neat, pretentious scumbag? Fine, I'll be your little lapdog. But if you think I'm gonna forget about this humiliation, you got another thing coming. My luck? No. The god's luck must have run out. The day I lost to you. You want me to babysit the situation with humans struggling to fight back? Fine, I will. I can't believe you're using Canis, the divine spirit, as nothing more than an envoy. Are you sure about sending Canis away like this, Lokashtaria? Isn't she your bodyguard? Oh. A he or a she? Oh. It is of no consequence. This is why I made a contract with Canis in the first place. I trust him to be my eyes. Yes. From here on, I will be having him monitor the continent. I will also have him stop by your Lostbelt as well. I advise you to take caution. When he does, as you know, he's not overly fond of women like yourself. I like how they over-exaggerate how many times you need to add him or he on this one now. If you offend him, he may just end up erasing your Lostbelt king and all. I'm not so sure about that. My Lostbelt king is certainly a deal more subdued than Russians. Yes. However, her power is easily a match for a divine spirit. On top of that, I have the strongest knight ever to live in my charge. I can't imagine either of them having anything to fear, even from the divine spirit's Canis. I see. Then I suppose I need to say nothing more. The fate of your Lostbelt will have an impact on mine as well. If possible, I would prefer that our respective Lostbelts be the last two remaining in our competition. Our victory may be inevitable, but some manners of winning are better than others, and my victory must won for nothing. Victory must won for nothing. I expect great things from you, Ophelia. I need as many capable compatriots as possible. Yes. Yes, Lord Casteria. I promise I won't let you down. And now it's just him. Is he talking to himself? Yes, he is. The roots of cosmic fantasy have descended upon us. The advent of the foreign god is at hand. After 3 months, the Lostbelts have finished their rewrites. Both this planet and the next generation of human history now belongs to us. How long have you been reading, Cesith? 30 minutes, something like that. But that is not enough. I will not be satisfied with that alone. The sages from proper human history abandoned humans in their naivety. He who called himself the King of Mages first pitied humanity, but soon washed his hands off them. But not me. I will never relax my grip. It has been 2000 years since the mystic disappeared, when the foundation of worlds were passed on to mankind. Now I will attempt to reach a world that no sage ever could. I will attempt to enact an idea that no mage has ever before conceived. Just you watch Marisbury Hemisphere. Watch as I achieve what you only ever dare dream of. They all let him down. As soon as he will be let down himself. Casteria should have chosen someone better to leave his faith on. Someone who will never give him up. Never let him go. Someone who will never turn around and desert him. Also, the girl is again there. Why do you like to always just like show one frame of that girl? So, based on how much I know how the story is built up by this game, now we'll have another story thing, and it will explain to me where we are right now. Like, we will spawn at like the Lostbelt. I didn't even realize it was some kind of rickroll. Man, it was a lower actual rickroll. Man, I wouldn't have realized it at all. So now we will get to experience or learn what happened to us after we went into the space void or whatever it was. So, where are we? It's snow, it's cold. The first to talk is Mush. I guess. There we go. Damn it, it's really getting bad out here. But I can still smell 3 of them. Okay, this is not Mush. If I don't take him out now, I'll starve to death this winter. For sure. Guess I'll just have to hang in there a little longer. Damn it! It's a cricket! Okay, here's a gun. Damn it, you little... Who could that be? Okay, let me guess. Who talks and behaves like this? It must be a heroic spirit, I guess. It can't be one of the main trio. So, who talks like this? It's someone that we know. It's someone that we must know. Die, go to hell. Perfect. Damn it, what a waste. Sigh, damn, now its brains are leaking out. Guess it's time to pack it in. It must be like some kind of hunter or something. Damn it. Is it? It's not Atalante. Damn it, I'm so hungry. I really don't want to starve to death. Who could he be, man? It might be a new person, but it must be a servant that I know. Whoa, what is it? What? Oh, whoa, was that an earthquake? It must be a normal person. It can't be a heroic spirit. Was that one of the big guys? If it was, I guess I won't have to worry about starving to death. God damn it, it's so cold. It's never this cold. And I can't tell if the Oprichiki are listening or not as usual. Looks like it's gonna be an especially harsh winter. On a different note, what the hell's up with that tree? It almost looks like a giant tower. Oh, wait, is it Merlin? It might be Merlin. In this version of history, demonic beasts have been present since the very beginning. So this is probably the tower that the Merlin is usually standing on, right? In this version of history, demonic beasts have been present since the very beginning. Humanity here evolved along a particular unique route in order to combat both the beasts and the perpetual blizzard that shrouded the land. In this world, there is nothing worse than the weakness to die, is to admit defeat. Here, strength is justice, and justice is strength. It is a world of permafrost, where the notion of might makes right has been taken to its logical conclusion. I mean, some servant is like to eat like saber for example. It's the like, but don't eat. Who knows Cesith, but your guess of Merlin usually being the troublemaker is understandable. It looks like a tower of the tower that Merlin stands on and observes the world. We are within a Lostbelt, right? We are most likely in Siberia. Yeah, it's a Russian Lostbelt, right? So it must be Siberia. We are in right now. And now Cesith and her Cesith and her companions are about to set foot in this alternate history. No says, how could you think that? I don't know. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Foo! Foo! Morning, Foo! Foo, foo, foo! We even have a bed. Damn. It's been a week since all that went down. Foo, foo! We're in Italy. Are we? Good morning, senpai. Are you awake? Are you awake? Skyrim? Skyrim reference, I guess? Of course I am. Oh, good. Then I hope you don't mind if I come in. I brought you some breakfast. Of course. We still only have rations, and only enough for another 6 days too. It's a lot better than nothing. Thanks, Mush. Everywhere is Italian Lostbelt. That is true. We're still continuing our zero sail. It's been about a week since we embarked. Fortunately, the enemy's organization that took over Chaldea doesn't seem to have followed us here. But I wish I knew how long this was going to continue. Time is one of the fundaments of our universe. But time doesn't intrinsically have a past or a future. Those are just axes we came up with to help us keep track of it. As long as the time goes on, little shake up before or after won't make any difference. But here, in void space, time doesn't go on. We won't suffer the effects of age, as long as we stay here, but we also don't know what will happen once we emerge into normal space. We might return at exactly the instant we left, or we might find that we've been gone for hundreds of years. I wouldn't be surprised if we just aged instantly as soon as we exit void space, like when Urushima Taru opened the Tamete Baku. That's unsettling. Imagine we're now old. That would be cool. Yes, it is. Just imagine. The girl that I am, right? Just out of nowhere is now a grown adult and absolutely hot. That'd be a wild one. I don't think Merlin, he's busy being a VTuber. Who knows? You're finally awake, senpai. Yeah, it is. Still, Da Vinci says she's been working on correcting the disparity between us and the outside, so that won't happen. Maybe it would be best if you talk to her yourself. Why don't we go back to the cockpit? Or why don't we go to the cockpit? Oh, foo! I'm kinda sad that Mush is not aging. Mush aging would be so wild. I must say I was relieved to find out the Shadow Border's interior is more spacious than it looks from the outside. Da Vinci says she managed to give it twice as much room by warping its internal space. Thanks to that, we have just enough living facilities to cover the bare necessities. I do feel a little bad that all 4 staff members have to share one room though. Foo-foo! Thank you for your concern, Fu. The only thing Mush can age to is ash. You don't have to say it like that. I think many would be excited for a big titty Onesa mush. With like Ara. I have special needs as a demi-servant, so I'm staying in the treatment room by myself. As for the other private rooms, oh yes, Director Godolph is staying in the captain's quarters. Da Vinci has her capsule in the computer room, and Holmes seems to be sleeping in the workshop. Phew, foo! We also have air conditioning, a storage room, and an armory, although new director has prohibited us from going in there. And since we have 2 large cruisers worth of space, Da Vinci and Holmes were even able to make the cockpit/bridge several meters wide. Alright, let's head to the cockpit now. Long hair mush does sound nice, see? Just go Dojin and you have that. I don't want to go Dojin mode. Enough of this nonsense, you flimsy excuse for a detective. Why do you insist on keeping us here? We must be in a safe zone by now. It is, as I have said, a more difficult question than you seem to realize. We must first discuss how we might even define a safe zone. For example, can we say that we are safe here in a void space, thanks to the lack of enemies in our vicinity? I'm afraid the answer is a resounding no. And can we just not just kill him and use him for food? I'm not for cannibalism, but I would make an exception for that. Because if Da Vinci, Big Titty Onesa and Da Vinci died for a pack of nutritions and rations like the fat dude, I can see that saving him was a good decision. But if we don't eat him, he's just some additional person that eats our food away with nothing that gives us help. So I would stop feeding him, and just start eating him. It sounds brutal, but man, they saved the pig, and the pig is meant to be eaten. And there's no way that I disagree with that. For that matters, there are no enemies to be found in void space. Consequently, we need not concern ourselves with attempts at pursuit. No, what we must concern ourselves with is that a threat far greater, one that quite literally surrounds us. In other words, my good music, the question is not one of when we should emerge, but how. You mean to tell me it's not even possible for us to leave? How can you be so blase about such a nightmarish prospect? It looks like Holmes and the new director are getting along nicely, senpai. I'm almost sorry to interrupt them. Good morning, everyone. Wait for his character growth. It's fine. It's fine. I will not like him at any point. It's not gonna happen. For that, he would need to hit the treadmill to get my respect for him. After being a pain for everyone in the ass. Good morning, everyone. Cesith at Mush Career Light, reporting in for the latest status updates. So he will grow on you at some point. He might grow on me, but I won't grow on him. I will always think of him as like a last emergency backpack. Unlike Paimon, he actually has something on his ribs. Hey, good morning, you two. Have you already had breakfast? Yes, thank you. Wait. Why is it everything Italian? Can you please tell me why everything is Italian? So I gotta make her a little bit less noble. Yes, thank you. I had an Italian cuisine ration myself, and senpai are just about to have hers. Oh, so you lower level employees are stuck with rations? How sad. I had a plate of warm French toast and a tea with extra milk myself. It is of course important to my role as captain. The captain needs a lot of calories to have enough energy to keep the crew together. I swear, who do you think you are? Hogging all the halfway descent, non-perishable for yourself. Haha, nothing wrong with that. The quality of one's diet has a pronounced effect on one's mental state after all. Those who are unwilling to endure discomfort should make every effort to eat well on a daily basis. Besides, a hot cup of tea is a small price to pay if it helps eliminate the greatest source of disorder in our little community, don't you agree, Miss Manure? Well, I can't argue with that, especially when the guy who's less willing to deal with discomfort than anyone is actually managing it. You mean me? Not too very. I still have a store of my own little remedy to fall back on. If the time ever comes when I need to calm my nerves, it should do the trick nicely. Why keep going like this for a month? I can keep going for a month. Woo! Imagine Cesith gets got off as a servant. I'd be resigning myself from the competition, even if it means to commit seppuku. Golov isn't the only fate one on the card. There's another one. We can eat him too if we're going to full on cannibal. I like Fu. Oh yeah, the other one. Yes. Miss Mainu or whatever his name is. I'd be absolutely up for that. That's like probably like 3 months of food. Wait. This is for science. I hope this doesn't put me on a list. How much meat would give a person? A question we often... Wait, how much... Not how much do we need, how much can I give? How much meat would... Wait, how... Can someone search this for me in the internet? I'm afraid to go on a list if I search this. Can someone put in the effort to tell me how much you would be able to live on? How many days from a dead person? Like, assuming that you can restore its entire flesh. It's just for science. We're seeing Cesith put himself on a watch list live on stream. It's an interesting question. Like, I don't know how long would one cow be enough for one man? The same question I have now is like, how much will one man be enough for one man? Dom, this is an interesting question. You cannot argue with that. Maybe search on Bing or not on Google. Yeah, like Google gives you the answer like how much does a person need? While Bing is there like how much can a person give? Oh, never mind. How strong your willpower is. You still haven't answered my question, Holmes. A cow has a shit ton of meat, yes? So he is not a cow, but like he's getting there. You just told me it isn't that you refuse to emerge, but that we can't emerge. What did you mean by that? And remember, I've appointed you Chaldea's new administrative advisor. How about you show a little gratitude for the appointment? Now tell me exactly what is going on. I'm not normally particularly concerned with titles, but I must say being an administrative advisor has been a novel experience. To be honest, I am rather excited to be exercising my own untapped talents to meet this job's demands. How did this end up happening? Does Director Goldorf have a death wish or something? Well, he's already got Da Vinci serving as his technical advisor, right? He probably just appointed Holmes to administrative stuff because he doesn't have any other managers to help him right now. I can hear you. You know... Now come, Holmes. Out with it. Are we going to survive or aren't we? I'm afraid survive is too broad a term for me to provide a satisfactory answer, but I can at least outline the possible results of our merge. Probably not much. If we're calculating properly, we should check how fat and heavy both are, and then we compare to how much meat we need per day. How much meat do you need per day? Probably like 500 grams is probably like the minimum you need. So that dude looks like 120 kilos, right? So assuming you need 1 kilo is 2 days, that's probably like 70 kilos just in fat we could eat from Goldolf. 70 kilos is 140 days of survival. So I believe 140 days of survival is not a bad idea. I mean, if you really want to find out if you can survive on a human, maybe that dark web is a good option. I mean, it's not if... you can certainly live off a human. That's not even a question. Alright, I can't calculate since the wiki don't give me god of exact weight. What a bad wiki there is. But how much does a human need? But also... Is there like any water that you can drink from a person? I'm not sure. I don't think there's any drinkable water inside it. Yeah, we... Enough biology, okay. We're getting into stuff I think we shouldn't get into. Strictly speaking, it's not that we cannot emerge. Rather, we have nowhere to emerge to. At the present moment, we're voyaging across the void space, a world existing on a negative vector. To put it another way, so in order to return to reality, we need a connection to it. An anchor, if you will. Well, see, I got things to do, school to attend. Okay, thanks much for joining in. Imagine not giving you information crucial for your survival. Hey, VTuber. Alright, so if you estimate it's 120 kilo, we need 450 gram per week. My 500 gram was very good. We might last with both of them for a while though. The problem comes with water, yes. Like, maybe rations we have enough. We don't have enough rations maybe, but maybe we have enough water. Who knows? Fortunately, anything should be able to serve as an anchor as long as it exists in reality. So as long as someone here has such a connection, we should be able to escape from this void space. However, we're unable to do so at this time, which means the world itself has been utterly whipped clean. Haha, that's ridiculous. What do you mean with whipped clean? That there's nothing left anywhere? I mean, I am certainly willing to admit that it was terrifying seeing those meteorites, I suppose they were, falling to Earth while we're in Antarctica. Given their size, the impact must have been absolutely devastating. No doubt the destruction was many times worse than the Tunga event.
I didn't find it, but GPT sure don't want to answer me.
I didn't find it, but GPT sure don't want to answer me. Damn, are we really not able to figure out how long we can live off a human? Man, that's an educational stream we have here. And of course, let us not forget the clock tower. London's clock tower has been around for millennia. It is the greatest bastion of magecraft in existence, guarded by hundreds of defensive mechanisms. There is no possible way it could be destroyed. Did he just not believe what happened? Wait. Did he just not believe what happened with the Mist City? I guess no one ever told him about the Mist City. Foo-foo! With all due respect, Godolph, I'm afraid the major situation in London has been destroyed as well. Every single nation, all destroyed, with the exception of those of us here. The entirety of humanity has been whipped from its existence. I know I've drifted off many times, but that does not only mean that if we are not able to go into the past to return it to normal, the only way of us being able to make kids is us, 3 dudes, Lil Da Vinci, and Mush. So the only way of the humanity prospering again, flourishing, is the immense effort Mush and Da Vinci would have to go through, right? So they are the true heroes of society if we're actually gonna live this. Or that at least so Kishtaria Woodheim believes otherwise. He would never have made that proclamation. That's impossible. The world couldn't possibly be destroyed so easily. It couldn't possibly. Right? You all agree, don't you? Why are you looking so glum? Stop that! Cesith! Cesith, Ubu! You may be a cheeky little thing, but I can tell you, you have sensibilities much more in line with my own. Go on then. You tell me, or you tell them. Tell them Holmes is making this all up, or wrong, or something. Godolph, you need to face the facts. Now don't tell me you're serious about this too. Aren't you like me? Ooh. It can't be. Then there really is nothing at all left on Earth? We also have female staff with us. I mean, right now I only know of the 2 female staff. Not even my beloved Hawaii, or the Monaco Grand Prix, or the racetrack I always dreamed of visiting one day, the Suzuka circuit. So okay, so I calculated, assuming all of got 60 kilo of meat. We need 450 grams of meat a week. We can survive 133 days. Survive 133 weeks for ourselves, but with 11 people, we can survive 12 weeks. Hey, that's not that bad. Oh, he can't go on his racetrack. This is terrible. But then again, this could be our chance to create a brand new organization for Magecraft from scratch. What do you all think? When life gives you lemons, right? And how will we do that when all the rest of humanity has been whipped out? But hey, if you want to make an association of one, go nuts, old man. I'm not old. I may have a year or two on you, but I'm still dashing a specimen in the prime of my youth. All that said, we do have one possible exit point. There is something on Earth to which we both have a connection, and that has a solid chance of existing. The Opichniki, the black-garbed enemy that attacked Chaldea. We know of them, and they know of us. And that makes an almost complete connection between our two groups. If we were to emerge now, we would most likely do so wherever they are currently are. You mean we end up at their HQ? I see, right? Into the heart of the enemy territory. That would certainly be extremely dangerous. Yes, it would. But we can't stay here in the void space forever. The shadow borders reserved are running low. We're almost out of food, water and power. Indeed, we will need to emerge soon, no matter what. But I would like to do so at the best possible time. Fortunately, we have the Paper Moon, a compass capable of measuring standard space and void space simultaneously. We have been using it all this time to look for a comparatively safe location, wherever we emerge, which is to say an area devoid of hostiles. Isn't that right, Da Vinci? I take it you are about done by now. Good morning, everyone. It's me, Da Vinci. No need to fill me in. I've been listening along this whole time. In effect, whenever I'm acting as the computer room's bio unit, I can see everything that happens inside the shadow border. So don't go thinking you can keep any secrets from me. Godolph, and that goes for you too, Holmes. Now then, I've already got my eye on an area crawling with the Opichniki. I've also gone ahead and plotted a course to emerge there. Also, luck would have it, we're even nearing a current that should do the trick nicely. If we had the way now, we could hitch a ride and be carried along the course in about 5 minutes. If we miss this wave, we'll have to wait 10 days for the next one. By the time, the shadow border will almost completely out of power, so what I'm getting at is, if we're going to emerge, it is now or never. Okay, you got it. That's what I like to hear, Cesith. Make sure to stop by and thank me for being so amazing later. Incidentally, according to the Paper Moon, this wave will bring us back to the standard space approximately 90 days after we left. So that means I will be emerging around the early April in the year 2020. Man, we really lucked out on the wrong move and we could have ended up on a wave that would have taken us 300 years later. If we'd emerged into standard space, then I'd probably be way too late to do anything. Slow it down, slow down. Did you watch Fate Yes, and I loved it. You mean a few days? Difference can't affect our exit time that much? Is it normal for zero sail travel? Hey, Ocean Rain! Thanks so much for the raid of 2. Hope you had a great stream and enjoyed your time. Currently reading for the first time Lostbelts. So please, do not have any spoilers. Do not spoil me or backseat me with the stuff. Let me die, because there's like 5 hours of reading and probably 1 hour of playing. If we emerged 100 years later, the Musk's residence would be no more than a ruin. You can't do that. That's my house. Notice how much quicker he is to grasp stuff when it affects him directly. Try to remember that everything on Earth has already been destroyed. Now then, it seems we are faced with decision. The perfect wave on which we can ride to re-enter reality is nearly upon us. Are you all prepared to take it? There is no telling what the world will look like when we get there. All we can say for certain at this point is that we will be emerging on the opportunity home's turf. We are very likely to be attacked the moment we appear, even so. Let's just stay the course. Yeah, thanks so much for the heal. I mean hydrate. Have a good stream, thanks so much. Also make sure to rest. Oh wait. Ocean Raider at me. You have the same color. And why does everyone have the same color? Like why is everyone this blue purple? I have like I'm a little bit colorblind, so it's very hard for me to see the differences. One thing that surprises me about like chat colors. One of the coolest colors in chat, right, is white. Like every time I see someone having a white name, that stands out so much and looks so clean. No one's ever white. If you realized that before. Stop being blind. I am blind. I don't read the names usually. I see the color and I assume based on the previous message that's the person. I also look at the length of the name. So if that's the same color, if it's about the same length, I think it's the same person. And Do and Ocean Raid have just pretty much the same color with the same length. It's very hard to see it on the first sight. Couldn't agree more. I saw potential in you. Hey, good evening, Cesith. You know what? I want to try something. Everyone, be white. Can I do this? You can change your name check color. Everyone, please turn it to white. I want to have a white. Okay, this makes it sound bad. I want to have a chat with everyone the same color. Can you do this? I'm fine with any other color. We just need to select one one color. It doesn't matter which one. But since I said white, it might be better for white, but I swear to God, it has nothing to do with anything. So, what was that, Miss Manure? I don't know. We collided with something, and now the left screw has shut down. There is no whites here. There are sometimes people that have a white color in chat. We found the void space border wall. The collusion has damaged our armor part of the logic formula is missing. But there's no way there's no white. I've seen people that were white. I swear to God, white people exist. What did you just say? Or what did you say? The armor's been damaged? Why do you impoverished fools use such cheap material? If I still had my fortune, money would have been no object. Wait, that made no sense how I read. If I still had my fortune, money would have been no object. He must have spent all his money acquiring Chaldea. Well, this certainly isn't good. We can't maintain the vehicle's balance anymore. Looks like this is it for our maiden zero sail. At least we should still be able to raise the bow and re-enter standard space, but after that I think we'll need to step outside to make repairs. Director Goldorf. There is no white. Do they? Yes, I've seen it. White is probably using turbo since it isn't a default option. So what is a cool color? Can we have everyone... Since I'm colorblind, it's easy. Everyone turn blue. No, blue. Red is my favorite color. Yeah, let's turn blue. Everyone turns blue. I want to have a blue chat. We'll just end up surrounded by opportunity again. No, you can't. If those are our choices, better to just stay here. The next wave will be here soon, then we... No, it won't. If we stay here, we'll end up starving to death. I believe we would find that a far more painful end than dying in battle. Grr, you dare, Demi-Servant, what do you think? Me? Well, I'm already blue, there we go. Everyone turn blue. I want to see if we can do it. Let's... Let's unite ourselves. I'll go along with whatever Master decides. If we end up surrounded by enemy forces, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. Are not you too? You were supposed to be the meek little girl who would quietly agree with authority. Are all you Chaldeans adventurous crazed nuts? All done talking? Then let's go catch ourselves a wave. I don't agree to that. Wait, let me get my seatbelt on. All hands take your seats. You are not to get incapacitated under any circumstances. That goes for you too, Cesith. As long as you're strapped in, you won't suffer any serious injuries. Trust me, I speak from experience. Activating Paper Moon, initiating planet navigational chart, plus/minus converge, and commencing shadow. Border docking sequence into reality boundary. Vincent, no. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit purple. I wonder how blue is the blue needed to be. That's purple, man. Let's just go with like just the normal blue. Wait. Yeah, just go with the normal blue. Like the light blue that Mosher has. That's for me like blue. Chart plus menace, okay. Shadow borders docking sequence into reality boundary. Firing existence verification, teeter into reality space. Oprichniki, anchor, point confirmed. Roger, perfect. What's going to happen? Nobody knows, nobody can even guess. So we must be prepared for anything. The only way we will learn what awaits us when we emerge is to see it for ourselves. Emerging from void space. 30 seconds until arrival into reality space. 0 say complete. Emerging into reality space. Oh, what is going to happen? Do everyone write in chat? I want to see a wave of blue people. Lostbelt number 1. We reached Lostbelt. We're finally arrived. After 1.5 hours of reading. That's a lot. But now we still have to figure out what exactly Lostbelt is. Like, they don't know it yet, so we'll probably have to read 30 minutes of them, like, figuring out what the frick Lostbelt is. Not even battle. It's like, still. Also, Terminal looks completely different. It's because we're in Lostbelt 1? Okay. Interesting. We can also go for 1 summon. For the free summon, not the expensive summon. The expensive summon we're gonna do at the end. I will probably pull for Okitan again. Because I think it looks just really good. You're going to read a lot, I know. Didn't get anything. Nope. Should I do a depression summon? I kinda want to. Just for the sake of it. I want to see if I get lucky. How long is the banner up, by the way? Okay, if we do every time I stream like 1 pull, we should get there. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1. Daily disappointment. As a reward that I've already read 1.5 hours. Can you give me something pleasant? I'm not asking for much. No shot, right? There's no shot. I don't even know what class she is. She's probably not a saber. Oh, we had him. Oh, we had him before. Not the dude. Ha! Not the dude. Was he even on banner? He must have, right? It's only MP2, I guess. Ah, sad. Like, it could have been anything, right? It could have literally been anything. And we got from the 4-star, right? It's Lancelot, right? It's a 0.63%. No, that's Berserker. Lancelot's... we need Saber. Lancelot Saber, 0.063%. Oh, that's so sad. Ah. There were so many that were fine. It could have been an Astolfo, right, as well. It could have been Astolfo. Most likely. I got scammed. Makes me sad. Well, it is what it is. It was still a good one. The quest has no bell. There we go. Oh no, the light is slowly turning on. Is everyone alive? Reality space anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Establishing shadow border's existence. Zero sail. Return successful. Let's see if you will bet along just fine with other fat guy. The M something he trap lover too. Wait, you will bet along just fine with the other fat guy, the mercenary or something. He trap lover too. Hey, that's not that bad. I'm alive. My limbs have never felt so solid. It's like I've gained several kilograms since we were in void space. Attention. An armor plate came loose during re-entry. Further zero cells currently impossible. Please replenish materials and food supplies, and perform regular repairs and tune-ups on the shadow border to ensure future safe travels. I see it's a wonder the shadow border held up this well, given the less than ideal circumstances in which we were in. We did it! We're back on Earth! We can go outside! Fresh air! Jadil Stuff A. So there's actually like random people as well. Jadil Stuff B. I wonder what it's like to go outside. Now, we're not bobbing around, so we're probably on land. Quit shoving. I know how you feel, but I can't unlock the door until you settle down. Let's see first. We release this bolt. Well, now I suppose I ought to have expected this. Who wouldn't be curious about the state of the world now given the circumstances? It is after all our home. We have fought so hard to protect. The miracle of our return from such a perilous voyage no doubt pales in comparison. Indeed, I would expect nothing less from Chaldea staff, though I must say it's a tad too dazzling for me to view directly. Everyone's rushing toward the cockpit emergency exit. Are you sure you don't want to join them, senpai? You better believe I'm gonna go check it out right now. No, not you too, Cesith. Damn it, what about me? Is it okay if I leave the monitor for a little? Holmes, I want to see what it's like out there, with my own two eyes. I'm sorry, Mr. Manure, but someone has to stay here and keep an eye on the monitor. After all, I too have been waiting with a bated breath to see what lies on the other side of that door. Is that so? Fine. What do I care? I'm just a sad, lonely geek anyway. Manure always gets the shaft, so why should things change now? Poor Manure. The emergency exit is opening. Senpai, we're finally going to have some natural light. Light? It's all white. It's all how I wanted my chat to be. It's freezing! How very cold it is. My coat is frosting over. Quick, close the door. Yes, sir. Great. Phew, I thought I was done for, but that snowfield we saw for a brief moment. Man, that was close one. Good thing I cranked up the heat. So everyone's okay? You should know better than to just open the door the moment we stop in some strange part of the world. I trust you've all learned your lesson, yes? No more going outside after a zero sail until we finish checking the conditions around the anchor point. Failing to follow the protocol could be hazardous to your health. Now are you all ready to hear my report? Yes, I'm terribly sorry for acting carelessly. So what's going on with that blizzard? Yeah, it's perfectly ordinary blizzard. Wait, it's a perfectly ordinary blizzard, just like the ones we're all well acquainted with by this point. There is no atmospheric pollution and no hostiles in the area. Presently, the shadow border is smack dab in the middle of a blizzard. The odd bit is that it's 100 degrees below zero out there. So if you plan to go outside and want to live more than a couple minutes, you will need some serious cold protection. And if that wasn't enough, take a look at this footage. Oh no, I see white. What is this? Is that an aurora? And the storm? It looks like a massive supercell. How am I supposed to figure out the scale here with no frame of reference? It does look like it's a rather big, but... Oh, it's big. Alright, ready to have your minds blown. This storm is literally endless. It covers every inch of Russia, like a wall around the entire world. And the aurora blocks all kinds of electromagnetic waves, so it's completely impossible to break through. I can tell some of you want to write it off as just a storm, but you really shouldn't. This storm can tear steel apart. Level entire cities, even destroy the world as we know it. No wonder people thought of it as a god during the Age of Gods. Remember, storms are the single most powerful source of natural produced energy on the planet. And this massive is bound to be raging around with all the energy of a nuclear bomb. It stretches as far as the eye can see. Humanity has yet to invent anything in the way of a vehicle capable of breaking through a storm like this. Nothing could get through the storm. No weapon, no vehicle, nothing. Which means that even once we get the shadow border up and running, we won't be able to leave this place. In short, we are trapped in a world about which we know nothing. Oh no. We're fucked. Now, Godolph. At least we're no longer in any immediate danger. For that matter, the Zero Sail was incredibly dangerous in its own right, since it inverted our very existence into the negative zone. I believe it would benefit our chances of survival tremendously if we were to regroup here. Well, it is certainly an emergency and we do need to regroup. Da Vinci does the Shadow Border process possess the ability to camouflage itself. Of course it does. This vessel is designed to handle the void. It's got tons of features. In fact, it has optical and conceptual camouflage. It messes with all the observer's perceptions and senses. Then for the moment we needn't worry about danger finding us from the outside. That of course does not account for possible problems from the inside. What do we only have blanket per person? Why are you being so stingy with the heat? Don't you realize it's getting colder in here? By a minute, do you want us to freeze to death? What other choice do we have, Godolph? We've got to save all the power we can right now. Deal with it. Besides, the way things are going, we'll probably starve to death before we freeze to death, since we don't see us finding more food in this mess. Hey, if it comes to that, I bet the new director outlives us all. Or we can outlive him. Oh, so you can tell how resilient I am? Flattery will get you nowhere, young lady. Still, I command you keen eye. Indeed, I am Musk, the Phoenix. It will take more than a little hunger to bring me down. I am possessed of an indomitable fighting spirit, overwhelming bravery and tenacity for days. With such qualities at my command, I too have no doubt that I would survive the longest of anyone here. I believe Sam was just alluding to your excess energy reserves. Indeed, food is but one of several problems we face. Let's take stock of our current situation. I've got a reading on the temperature out there. It's exactly what technical advice Da Vinci said. It was 100 degrees below zero. No human being could survive in this. As for our position, it looks like we're somewhere in Russia. Russia? Damn. So Holmes was right. We have literally fallen right into the operative labs. But hang on. How is that possible? I know we were adrift for some time, but how could we reach Russia from Antarctica? We would have had to sail halfway across the world for that to happen. Did the void space make that possible? More or less, in void space real-world distances have no meaning. Instead, the distance we can travel corresponds exactly to the time it takes to calculate coordinates and verify its existence. Now, take a look at the paper moon. That's a 2-dimensional world map. I can see 7 locations that seem to be layered differently than the rest of the map. So they are they are. I didn't notice at first, since this thing loops around on itself, but you're right. It reminds me of the 7 singularities that caused the incarnation of humanity. Though of course the current circumstances differ substantially. The 7 singularities existed at different points in time, a vertical axis. But in this time period, the 7 abnormality regions exist simultaneously. And Russia, where we are now, is one such region. Also, I just realized something. This is not how the world map should look like, right? Because Japan, Hokkaido, you can see that. This must be India. But like, shouldn't be here like somewhere Europe? I don't see Europe, if I'm honest. I mean, this entire thing is Russia. Yes. I don't know what this thing should be. Like, until this point, like wait, I turned it off, you don't see it. You don't see my cursor, I turned it off for gathering the footage. So, other similarities. It's too early to tell. Given what Kirshtaria said during his transmission, I believe these regions are not the past, but... It's so cold, but I finished looking over the shadow border. Nice work, you must have been freezing, even in just a few short minutes you were out there. So how's my baby holding up? Well, frankly, it won't be possible to make repairs. For starters, we don't have a logic formula to let us withstand void space. Nor do we have the armor plating we would need to carve the formula into. And, well, the engine's not in great shape after we overtaxed it. We'll need at least a little time to get it back up and running. So, by the way, I said, like, you see now my mouse, right? This must be Japan, right? This must be India. This entire thing must be Russia. This is Hokkaido here. I don't know what this is. This doesn't look like a country. That looks not accurate. But Japan is seeable, I'd say. It's so cold, but at least it's not as bad now. This is how Saudi Arabia looks like. Damn. I didn't know Saudi Arabia looks like this. So it is an accurate world map. That's wild. It just looked like way zoomed in than it actually is. It should warm up a little once it gets to midday. As long as we avoid working at night, we should be able to get by with just our snowsuits. Glad to hear it. Make sure you grab a hot shower before catch cold or anything. This is the one time you'll get rest up as much as you want. In fact, maybe you prefer a hot bath. No thank you. A hot towel will do. We really have to conserve electricity now after all. Thank you so much. I generally thought, like, what would be the point of saving energy when people are taking a hot shower? Or even a hot bath? Like, with what water? With what water are you bathing? With pea water. With what water would they have been bathed? Good. Let us take matters one problem at a time. At the moment, our most pressing concern is this singularities as quick location. I trust our new director has now no issue with us investigating this land and correcting the problem. New director? No, not at all. As a devotee magecraft practitioner, myself, I cannot turn a blind eye to this matter. If there is a singularity to be corrected, we must do so simply as a matter of course. Furthermore, the shadow border armor is damaged, and we are unable to move from our current location. In which case, one of us must venture out and find someone with whom we can barter and negotiate, and arrange for a suitable replacement for our missing armor plate. And fix the singularity while they are at it. I'll go. What kind of options? I've got this. Yes. You are the only one here with nothing better to do. He's such a bitch, man. Why do you like this dude? Even if he gets better, he's a bitch, man. You may not correctly have any servant capable of aiding you in battle, but you are still a master. Furthermore, you are far and away the most experienced fighter out of everyone here. At this point, you are the only one we can send to investigate this area. It will be extremely dangerous. As the administrative advisor, I'm ashamed I must ask this of you. Then will you be escorting Senpai as your bodyguard, Holmes? No. Naturally, I will do so to do the best of my ability. Fieldwork is I will do so to the best of my ability. Fieldwork is, of course, one of my many specialties. How's it going with fellow masters? Hey, how are you doing? I started reading Lostbelt and I want to also start seeing some Bell. I've been reading for soon about 2 hours. The prologue was like 2 hours or 3 hours. And now this is already 2 hours. I kind of want to go into Bell at one point now. You also walk across America in that one singularity. In America singularity I haven't read. Now, regarding your mystic code. Wait, that won't do at all. Director Godov? Holmes, you are one of our precious few fighters. As the only servant capable of handling this situation, I forbid you from leaving this vehicle. This armored car is the last bastion of humanity itself. There must be a combat-ready servant here to defend it. So you are to stay here and do exactly that. Holmes, understand, this is a direct order from your commander. Oh, if it's just a servant you need, there is another one right here, you know? Or have you already forgotten about me and my genius? You're not a real servant, you're just an imitation who's lost any combat ability you may have once had. Holmes is the only real fighter we have, and we can't afford to send him out into a dangerous area we still know nothing about. Cesith, during our investigation, you admittedly refused to cooperate with us, correct? Each and every time we asked you if a certain report was all made up, and insisted you never actually saved the world. All you said was, Chaldea fulfilled its mission admirably. Not bad for a youngster like yourself, indeed. I commend your attitude. As such, I see no problem whatsoever with my plan. You are a proven warrior, as you demonstrated by repairing the past singularities. What sort of director would I be if I didn't trust a proven master? A pure excuse for one. That's what. And so I am, placing my implicit trust in you. So listen up. You are to go on this expedition alone. The rest of us will relay instructions to you from this operation. What? You can't make Senpai handle this alone? Does that mean you are withdrawing the testimony you provided to the inquiry board? Were your claims that Chaldea had not been sitting around merely twiddling its thumbs for the last year no more than lies? I'll go, of course I go. Indeed, both Mr. Cesith and the new director are correct. Fuck that Gordo dude. I don't give a shit if he gets better. All he is a freaking emergency food. Anything else, there's nothing. I go full cannibal if I must for my survival over him. So fuck the dude. And I don't care if he gets better. He fucked up already. The shadow borders are destruction. The shadow borders destruction would mean the end of humanity itself. It is indeed important that we investigate this area, but we must concentrate the bulk of our efforts on keeping the shadow border and the paper moon safe. Therefore, I will remain to guard the shadow border and do whatever I can to aid the expedition from here. All that said, the fact remains that it would also be reckless to send Mr. Cesith out on her own. It is 100 degrees below zero outside, and there is no telling what else may be laying in wait. I know that. I once turned her off without a body. Let's see, one of you called me an old man. What was his name again? Salt? Picata? Oh crap. It's the cooking method that uses butter and lemon juice. Why, et tu, Cesith? Ah, bonjour, Miss Menure, Mr. Menure, Chevalier. Cesith, if Gold was a girl, you wouldn't mind like how you like Olga even she was a bitch. There is a difference. Tsundras don't mean what they say. That dude truly means what he says. That dude is a fat bitch, and I'm not afraid of saying it. Olga was just a Tsundra. She was a good Tsundra. I respect Tsundras. And there is probably no shame in that I prefer one gender over the other. I think that's the most natural thing for a man. I would say women are superior. And so if a woman is a bitch, I can accept it. But if a man it is, I would like to forgive him my fist. It's very simple. But what if Goldov is actually a Tsundra? What if he is, yes, but he's still missing the titties? I mean, he maybe have McDonald's titties. I do not doubt that. He might have more massive titties than a few lolly waifus out there. But I swear to God, he is not what I'm seeking for. So even though he might be blessed with McDonald's titties, I will not accept him. He's already fucked up. That's it, Menure. Menure! Get your armaments in order. You will be joining Cesith on her expedition. Oh, I knew it. Why me? You're an operator. Your job is to man the control and keep an eye on the monitors. Now that the border is parked, this is simply the best way for you to make yourself useful. Besides, if worst comes to worst, I know someone who can fill in as the driver. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn it, guess I've got no choice. God is also turned just with a harder shell. Who summoned me with a gifted sub? It was the legendary Anax, so make sure to thank them. Oh yeah, Hart, you also got a gifted sub from Anax. Make sure to thank them. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn it, I guess I've got no choice. Wait. I'll go with Senpai. I believe that you would be the best possible option. For one thing, I've even fewer ways to be useful here than Mr. Menure does. And I can also fight for brief periods, just like I did in Chaldea. I don't know. I'm afraid that this is a course of action I cannot support. What about you, Da Vinci? I hate to say it, but I do think Cecith will need a companion. And Mush is an old hand when it comes to investigating unexplored areas by now. As long as she agrees not to engage in combat as a servant unless absolutely necessary and to focus solely on providing support. Lauren Chapman, oh, Sag. She is the best partner Cecith could ask for. It's not my place to try to stop her. Just go out already. Please. I want to see the world. Yes, Senpai? Let's go explore this place together. Thank you. Of course, Master. I'd be happy to accompany you on this expedition. Good. Fortunately, I expected something like this might happen one day, so I suppose this is as good a time as any to show you the mystic code I made for exploring polar regions. Here you go, Cecith and Mush. Here's a new snowsuit I made just for you. Excellent. Then be off with you. And whatever you do, do not throw your lives away. Understand? If you must die, make sure that you find a valuable lead before you do so. Seriously? You really need to work on your goodbyes. What's wrong with that? I thought it was quite an encouraging speech. Wow, you are serious. You're noble. You're noble through and through, aren't you? I'm amazed you managed to survive this long without dying in solitude. Did you just luck out and get a really good mate or something? I'll have you know, I've never experienced solitude once in all my life. My tutor, Toll Forth, was so strict she would have barely leave me alone. What an impetuous little familiar. If only you acted as cute as you look. Good. It's time to see the world and it's time to go into Bell. So there's one more story because we haven't... Oh, is it time for Bell? Oh, it might be. I don't know. Power her down. She's already so damn weak. Mystic. What kind of mystical would help? Black Rail is like the worst I can pick. I can go for damage. Increase outscard effectiveness by 8%. No offensive strength doesn't make much change, but maybe this is not bad. I'm also maybe a fan. And probably doesn't matter. I don't think this intends you to die. I want to go with like the Ilya one, but I can't find with this one. Increase MP gauge by 5% each turn, in MP strength by 20. Critical. I don't know if this one's bad. We go with the best one. Best CE by far. You can't fail. Black Rail only works on damage. Yes, that's why. Black Rail wouldn't have made any sense. Not on her. There we go. It can't hurt to wear a snowsuit over your Arctic mystic coat. Not that it's likely to do much good when it's a freaking 100 degrees below out there. Listen, I know what Godolf said, but make sure you don't go taking any unnecessary risks. Just take it easy and focus on staying alive, first and foremost. Don't worry about that. Good. Glad to hear it. Oh, and Mush. I don't want you overdoing it either, got it? I know that you really helped us back at Chaldea. But the fact is, you've got serious limits as a demi-servant. So if you encounter any hostilities or hostiles, you just focus on keeping your distance. All the more so if Cesith's in a tight spot, whether it takes you to better make it back here alive. We will. Thank you, Miss Manure. Oh, and Cesith, you take this. I didn't know we had this. Listen up, we're going to investigate the surrounding area first. Once we find something of interest, we'll let you know and tell you where to go. So now we can summon... Why don't we summon servants right now? If you can manage to secure a ley line, you should be able to summon this. Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering my question. As for power, you will just have to make it do somehow. Maybe take advantage of natural phenomenon. A natural phenomenon? I bet Da Vinci and Holmes will figure something out. You're the one who took care of all those singularities. I don't have to tell you what an accomplishment that is. You have met at least 1 or 2 servants who are crazy enough to answer a summon, no matter the circumstance. So as long as you can get the bare minimum of energy into the Spirit Archon's graph, you ought to be able to summon at least 1 servant. You probably won't be able to get a really strong one, though our magical energy supply here doesn't hold a candle to Chaldea's. But even so, any heroic spirit you can get to help you would be a godsend at this point. So do what you gotta do, to make that happen. Got it. Honestly, I have no idea what's coming. The doctor is gone, and so more than half of our stuff. I've never thought things could get even worse than they were back in Orleans. But here we are, and just like back then, you're our only hope, Cesith. Good luck, you can count on me. So please move. I know we can. Oh, and if it's not asking too much, try to find some fish. Do that and I'll treat you to some of the best home cooking you've ever had. Do you remember the fat dude in Fedagraphia, the god of father? Wait, that was Goldolf's father? I felt like that was Goldolf itself. I'm all set too, master. Let's go. It's so cold, probably it's that. Man, what a blizzard. Boo! Foo, are you going to be okay in this cold? It's buried in my coat. Foo, foo! Testing, testing. Hello, can you guys hear me? You can. Great, looks like we've got comms working. Not sure what kind of range we'll get in this storm though. Now then, the first order of business will be to look for a ley line. Here's what I'm thinking. Start by heading north, then turn east. If you still haven't found a ley line after a while, then you can continue west. Once that's done, come back to the shadow border before you check out the south. What do you think of that? Any thoughts to share? I'm doing a better job than me. I'm doing a better job than... Wait, any thoughts to share? Am I doing a better job than me? Ah, that makes sense. Also, Melody, welcome to the stream. Great, glad to hear it. Alright, I'll be checking in I will check in every 5 minutes. So if you stop hearing from me, that's your cue to turn around and head back. Got it, you two? Got it. Understood, Da Vinci. Oh, and let me be clear about one more thing. If you encounter any locals, leave the negotiation to us. Even over comms, I can cast a simple charm spell to win over an ordinary person you run into. We're fucked. Maybe we should only use that as a last resort, Director. Charm spells do work quickly, but their effect also wear off rapidly as well. There would be no way of knowing when our unwitting collaborator might return to their senses. As such, I believe it would be both safer and wiser for you to employ your natural charms here. Should we encounter any locals, I believe the best thing to do would be for Miss Cesith to initiate the negotiations. Once both parties have reached a mutual understanding, we can then have them come into the border. I see, indeed, my own natural charisma would be the surest way to succeed. Very well, we shall use your plan then. Da Vinci, is there any pomade to be found in this car? I'll need to make sure my hair is perfect for the occasion, first impression or everything after all. What did it say? Pomade, right? Pomades. Okay. Sure, I can whip something up that will do the trick. Damn, Holmes, you played him like a fiddle. Well, I am the world's greatest detective, besides I wasn't being entirely untruthful. Godolph does have a certain dignity, the sort that comes from being raised in a distinguished noble family. And that is something that Mrs. Cesith can and should do without. Foo-foo! Okay, Master, let's start heading north. So I think they find nothing in north, they will find nothing in south. And then they find something at the last. Okay. This blizzard does really go as far as the eye can see. And it seems the temperature has dropped even lower since we left. Yes, it's really cold. Only cold? Huh? You have my amazing mystic coat to thank for that. The temperature you're experiencing right now can freeze hot water or turn a banana hard enough to use as a hammer. Okay, that's enough. Heading north. Now try going east. Understood. Okay, Master, let's head east. Master, take a look at that. At what exactly? Isn't that a tower? Something like that. That doesn't look like the bands of light. Doesn't that look like the bands of light we saw in the singularities? What could it be? A skyscraper? A tower? Maybe it's a tree? Whatever it is, it's certainly enormous. That's a bear. What was that noise? Da Vinci. Yep, I'm detecting a hostile from here. Looks like a low-ranked phantasmal. Maybe a demonic beast. Just one of them. But it's headed your way from the east, and it looks to be spawning for a fight. Got it, let's go, let's get out of here, Mush. Yes, Master, let's head out, let's head south. What was that roar? I'm picking up new hostile at Cesith's 12th and 9th o'clock. And then another on at her 6th. They're surrounded. Oh god, now there's 6 more. That cry earlier must have signaled others. They just keep coming. So they know to surround their prey. These creatures would appear to understand how to hunt. Which means there is an established ecosystem, even in this frigid world. But that is a matter for later. Mrs. Cesith Da Vinci, I'm sorry to ask you to break the rule right off the bat. Miss Krillite, I trust you to know what to do. Make your way through the demonic beast to the south and return here at once. Wait, what's going to happen if you lead a huge pack of demonic beasts here? Remember, the Shadow Border is the very last bastion of humanity. That must be cold. At any rate, I'll find the weakest link in their formation and try to break through. Master, your orders, please. I know about Mush. Yes, Master. Oh, poor little mush. Always have to fight. Can never rest. Ooh, they are strong. Oh, I'm not beating it. How am I gonna beat this? There's no way I'm gonna beat this. Right? Yeah, I'm dead. So that means someone is gonna save us. And it's someone that lives in the winter cold. A horric spirit that lives in the winter. The one we saw before. Who could that be? Who would save us? I think it's Del Master. Wait, are we supposed to beat this fight? Wait, no shot, you are supposed to beat this fight. There's just no universe where this is impossible. It's just, yeah, just no. I'm gonna live this, don't worry. Okay, that was easier than I expected. I expected to must fight a little bit harder. Just returns his fire. Good, who is gonna save us? It must be a snow serpent. It can't be Ilya, it can't be, what is it, Titanai. It can't be her. Titanai is not it. Someone that is from Russia. I wish I could figure it out. Ah. Thanks, Smash. Now let's get out of here. Yes, Master, we need to make our escape while we can. Ah. Smash. Oh no, she's badly hurt now. So who is it? It shoots. A gun? A rifle. In point of fact, judging by the sound, one wielded seems to be by skilled marksman, considering they intercepted the beast with a single shot to the head. Well done. So who is it? Take this. And I know this person. I know this. It can't be Anastasia. What were you thinking? Running right into the middle of Krishtatek. Huh? I could have guessed a really long time. I'm guessing you guys came from the capital looking for something to eat. But you're not gonna have much more luck out here in the bonus eve. Either. What the... A wolfman? What the hell are you guys? Why is your skin so smooth? Wait, please, wait! We just want to talk. Wait a second, are you guys mages? Huh? Damn it, come on, follow me. Krichat are covered, but if you stick around too long, they call more friends and overwhelm you. It just hefted that huge demonic beast like it was nothing. Come on, move it. Let's go along with the mush. Right, I'll bring up the rear, Master. I really expected the Horror Spirit now. Damn it, the Christians are restless today. What do you guys do to get them so worked up? What do you guys do to work them so up? I don't know. Come on, keep moving. Otherwise, the Christians will have you for dinner. Unless their noise attracts a Deviltron first. I'm sorry, what's a Deviltron? A giant serpent with multiple heads that can wipe out an entire village easy as you like. Don't you guys know anything? Okay, we're here. So I assume we walked far away enough that we lost the contact with Da Vinci. Oh. Damn it, they're pretty on patrol. They'll collect my killed as taxes. Listen up, don't let any other Yaga see you. They're always looking for more sacrifices for the Oprichniki. Oprichniki? Oh, crap. What's with you guys? I see how it is. The Opportunity are after you guys. Come with me. An enemy of the Opportunity is a friend of mine. I think I can help you out, if you have something to offer in return. Master? Let's go with him. Well, we're noobs. Alright, we'll accompany you. Good. Come on, you Koldun. Hey, if it isn't Paxi, try to stay out of sight. Oh, do you smell that weird scent too? It is coming from those two. It's coming from this demonic beast, obviously. Didn't bleed it out. Didn't bleed it out properly. No leisure from the poor, huh? You sure are gonna make it through the winter like that? Guess you're not worried about yourself. Nope. I've got plenty stored away. If you ever find yourself running low on food, how about I sell you some on the cheap? But you will have to tell me where your beast hunting grounds are. I'll think about it. See you around. Hey, your little friends there wouldn't be with the rebel army, would they? Cause if they are, you know I gotta report them to the Opportunity. Tsar's decree and all. Tsar's decree and all. Tsar's probably a name. If these guys turn out to be with the rebel army, I'm going to tell the Opportunity you and I are the best of friends. Come on, cut that out. We're not friends, we barely know each other. Tsar's the Russian king. Ah, Tsar! It's Tsar! That makes sense. That makes so much sense. You sure are about that. You sure are about that. Cause we've been having a good long talk for a while now. Can't you feel everyone else watching us? Damn it. Alright, let's hurry up and get to my house before anyone else comes sniffing around. Good, the Opportunity still don't know you are here. Thank you so much. Don't need your thanks, just give me something as a compensation. It's all about bartering, right? Something here, what should we do, senpai? Okay, we still have connection. Would information suffice? What the hell is that? Magecraft, basic communication. Since you realized those two are mages, I assumed your kind would possess a deep knowledge of magecraft. But judging from your response, it appears that your kind have only ever heard of magecraft, am I correct? Oh, so it's not actually real. I assure it is. I'm speaking to you in person, albeit from a great distance. Now, as I was saying, if we possess any information that may be of use to you, we're happy to provide it. Don't suppose you know of any good hunting grounds, do you? If the location of Krisha's nest would suffice, then yes, we have found a number of them. Krisha's nest? Oh nice, those things are pushovers. Pushovers, those? Well yeah, you can actually kill them as long as you shoot them, or hit them hard enough. Way better than a demonic beast who just won't die. Very well, I'm prepared to share the location of these Krisha nests. The Opportunity were the personal bodyguards of the Tsar back in the old days of Russia. Okay, well, I'm prepared to share the location of these Krisha nests. So first, I would appreciate you telling us everything you know about this place. Can you tell us your name? It's Taxi or something. My name? Oh, Taxi or something was it. They say that if you ever tell a Koldun your name, you'll be cursed. Excuse me, but what are these Koldun? I can tell you mean us, but beyond that? It means mage. I've never seen one myself before, but there's a whole bunch of them in the Imperial family, right? Then again, Koldun or not, you don't seem like much of a threat. I doubt you could curse anyone if you tried. I can't curse anyone. Alright, my name's Pexi. Now, who are you guys? I'm Ashkrielite, Sherlock Holmes. And I'm Cesith, the one and only. Sherlock and Cesith. Alright, now what are you guys? Kuldan is an old Russian slur for witches. Oh, that's also good to know. Okay, There might be some Russians in chat that actually know all this kind of stuff. Alright, now what are you guys? If the Oprishki are after you, does that mean you're with the rebel army? Rebel army? Hang on, we're not... Maybe I should try asking some question. Where do I begin? Now, calm yourself, my dear Watson. Allow me to do the explaining. First, we have a few questions of our own. I don't think so. First, you need to answer my... What year is this right now? Huh? Holmes is right. That's the first thing we need to confirm. It is abnormally cold, even for Russia. It can't possibly be the Russia we know. That could mean we're in a different time period. Just like the singularities. I don't know why you're asking such a stupid question. But fine. It's the year 2020. What about it? I see. What about the normal storm? It appears to be nothing so much as a solid wall composed of incredible powerful wind. Is it normal? Hell no, it's not. Been living here in Russia for 20 years and I've never seen anything like it before. I ain't Russian, I just happened to read up so much about it because I play Kislev in Total Warhammer. I love that reason, man. That's a great reason. Wait. Is it true what they say about the world getting closed off? It would seem that it is. As of right now, the only place we can confirm actually exists is Russia. We came here from beyond Russia to see if we can't do something about it. Beyond, you mean from outside Russia? I don't know what they're talking about. What could he mean outside Russia? There is nothing outside Russia. Any land people could have lived on should be long gone by now. I guess they could have been from the Bonis, but then again, they're not Yaga either. Maybe there really are still other nations out there. Alright, I can tell you got your own stuff you're dealing with. But I'm gonna pry, not looking for friends. So then, why is a bunch of outsiders like you on the outs with the Prichiki? Unfortunately, your guess is good as ours. We still don't even know what they really are. That being the case, we would tremendously appreciate if you could tell us what are the Prichiki. You're kidding me. How did you survive this long without knowing even that? The Prichiki are brutal hunters. Even the terrible personal bodyguards. Even the terrible personal bodyguards. Even the terrible. So that's probably like the Russian Tsar. Wasn't he the Russian Tsar? Yes, he was. If you know that much, then more detailed explanation can wait. Wait a moment. Hexit just told us that it is still the year 2020. Yaga is not a word for witch, or evil woman, or horror. Okay. If it is, why would Evan the Terrible's bodyguard still be around? Maybe he's a servant? A servant? You guys have some pretty bizarre questions. Even the Terrible is alive and well. He's been around for almost 500 years. So he's the oldest Yaga of all. What? I take the Yaga are your kind. That's right, jeez. You outsiders really don't know anything, do you? How the hell do you all survive this long being this ignorant? You've been living under a rock the last few hundred years or something. Then again, they do say this kind of ignorance is common for mages. It's kinda true, we don't know much. So you really have been living under a rock all this time. Explain why you look like the old species. You do know about the Great Cold Wave that happened 400 and 1500 years ago, right? The new Ice Age, they say, happened after a meteor struck the planet. Once that hit Earth, turned into an ice planet, it got so cold that the old species, the humans, couldn't survive here anymore. They say that none of the other countries were able to handle the cold, so their population died out. But the Russians have always dealt with the cold, so we've had it better here. Even so, we still lost about 9% of our population. Hell, we nearly lost the whole damn country. So before that could happen, Evan the Terrible and a mage developed a plan. We the Yaga are the results. Does that mean you're a mixture of demonic beast and human? Who are you? And why are you so tiny? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just passing genius doing as geniuses do. So the people of Russia were combined with demonic beasts via some kind of magecraft. Do I have that right? Yeah, got it in one. Not that I remember any of it myself though. I've been a Yaga my whole life. This is my first time ever seeing an old human species. I see, that explains quite a lot. Thank you, Pexi. Now, who are you guys anyway? I'm Cesith. We're members of Chaldea's security organization. It's our job to ensure the preservation of humanity. Now I have even more questions. Basically, we're here to save the world. Well, ain't that something? So you are like a bunch of idiots then. I understand how fantastical that must sound, but I assure you we are deadly serious. Well, whatever. Whatever nutty plan you guys got up your sleeve. If it will shake things up around here, I'm all for it. After all, you're the first outsiders I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, I'll do you a favor and forget I ever heard your nonsense. Just hurry up with the hunting grounds info. Very well then, show me a map and I will tell you where to go. You better not be pulling my tail about this. Alright, this is our town here. So this is Yaga Smolensk, and this city far up to the northeast must be Yaga Moscow. In that case, this spot here is one of the hunting grounds I discovered earlier. Just so you guys know, I may hate Doprichiki, but I hate liars even more. Now stay put until I get back, got it? We're not going anywhere. If those hunting grounds turn out to be a sham, I'll hunt you too to the ends of the earth. Hey. We made a friend. Looks like he's going to check out those hunting grounds. By the way, Holmes, can I pick your brain for a moment? What is this place? Why have humans been combined with demonic beasts? This violates one of the Magecraft's strict taboos. Is this what all Singraxis are like? It would hardly be unusual for one. What is evidently clear is that this is not our own history. Still. What is this, Master? Something seems different about the singularity. Regardless, we now know that the opponent you two must face is Ivan the Terrible. A version of him who has somehow managed to survive for approximately 500 years. Strange as it may sound. The Oprichiki were indeed Ivan the Terrible, personal bodyguards. Now then, Gordov, allow me to ask you something. Yes, what is it, Holmes? Are you certain the Oprichiki you defeated was not in fact human? Oh yes, absolutely. He dissolved into nothing once I soaked him with a good goof punch. From the look of it, I would guess he was a familiar of some sort. I concur. I too sensed nothing human about them during my own skirmishes. Originally, the Oprichiki were a corps of soldiers established by Ivan the Terrible himself. It is said that they dressed completely in black, carried around dog heads, and whips made from bristling animal pelts, and only rode black horses. Their job was to eradicate the Tsar's enemies. It is said they would set upon their opponents like dogs, and clean them out as swiftly as a broom gathering dust. They swore absolute loyalty to the Tsar and committed all manner of unspeakable atrocities in his name. But none of them became a heroic spirit. As Goldov submissed, they are familiar belonging to Ivan the Terrible. Did he make them with some sort of skill? Those are certainly the two most likely possibilities. The terror of the Oprichiki swept throughout all of Russia after all. It is quite possible that creating them could have become a skill or even noble fantasy he possessed. And if the Oprichiki are still terrorizing all of Russia, does that mean Ivan the Terrible is the servant responsible for the attack on Chaldea? Alright, he isn't the servant. He's flesh and blood, just like Nero was. Nonetheless, we have far too few options available to us at this point. As such, our first order of business should be securing a ley line. Well, as luck would have it, I detect something that looked an awful lot like a ley line back when Cesith and Mush were making their escape with Paxi. Unfortunately, it is quite away from your current position. It would be extremely risky for the two of you to head there alone. Oh, so much reading and so little playing. Position. It'd be extremely risky for the two of you to head there alone. Is it orange juice? No, it's like here in Switzerland we have like a common ritual, right? When you drink like for example, like a normal water bottle, right? You drink like this water bottle, and once it's done, right, it would be a waste to then go on toilet. And so we usually pee in like our stuff. And so we usually drink our pee to like reuse the stuff that we just drank. It's a lot more efficient this way. I'd recommend you doing that as well. One stream, one chapter. This is a true FGO experience. It isn't a gacha game, it's a vision novel with gacha on the side. I haven't even seen a gacha on the side today. Besides like this one petty thing with Mash. Is that salty? It's not really that salty. It's just like you can mix some stuff in as well, right? You don't have to just like drink your own pee with nothing else in it. There's like certain tea bags you can buy in like our shops, and this way it tastes also like a little bit cool. As you can see, I bought the orange flavor. It's a classic flavor. I think probably like one of the most common flavors to drink. But it's like it's kind of nice once you get used to it, and it saves you a lot of money as well. Well then, you just have the ferret freak take you there. He's already done so much. Wait, there has to be something in it for Paxi. We don't have time to think about what that thing may stand to gain. The moment these creatures combine themselves with demonic beast, they cease to be human. He's still an asshole, dude. I still don't like him. Either way, we should wait for Paxi to come back. We may not be able to convince him to take us, but maybe he'll at least tell us about a safe path. Okay, looks like I found myself a real bunch of weirdos. I'd only ever heard about the old species in legends. Seeing how weak they are in person, it's a wonder they survived as long as they did. I guess technically, they are our ancestors. Maybe that's why I never thought to eat them. I can always leave them to fend for themselves if they don't have anything to offer, but it looks like they know a whole bunch of good hunting grounds. And more than anything, they're new. I've never seen anything like them before in my life. Most Yaga wouldn't be comfortable with that, but oddly enough it doesn't bother me at all. I know it's things like that that put me at odds with other Yaga. Oftentimes, I find myself asking myself questions like, why do we have to be strong? Why is it wrong to be weak? Why? Why are we always starving for something, never feeling satisfied? Whenever anyone hears me, they just laugh. They tell me I'm a fool and ask why I would waste my time thinking about meaningless crap. I know it's meaningless, just as much as anyone. I wish I could stop myself from thinking about these things too, but... Paxi, hey Paxi! What is it? Are you going hunting? So what if I am? Sorry about those hunting grounds belonging to the town. Why do you think I only hunt the strays? Those stray demonic beasts belong to the town too. Not that any are straying off anyway, since that spot's being closed down. Is that so? Fine, I'll just have to find somewhere else to hunt, won't I? I glared at the jackass as I turned around and headed off in the opposite direction from the sealed off hunting grounds. It's not just him, the other Yaga all keeping their eyes on me too, making sure I don't go mess up their territory. Some demonic beasts are easier to hunt than others. The Krisha tend to be on the harder side, since they'll keep calling in reinforcements until you're overwhelmed. But there are some places it's manageable. Like say a ravine that leads to that end. Somewhere the other Krishat can't hear their pack. Mate cries for help. Yaga have taken advantage of that and set up hunting grounds that make it easy to harvest demonic beasts. It may not compare to what I hear the old times were like, when they used to breed enough domesticated beasts on farms for everyone to eat. But nowadays, hunting grounds like that, where you can hunt in safety and rest easy knowing the beasts will multiply again over time, are lifelines for us. Which is why it only takes getting labeled as weakling once for everything to go south. It doesn't take long for a Yaga to die if we don't get enough to eat. And this town is ruthless about seeing the runt of their little cut loose. Ruthless about seeing the runt of the litter cut loose. The whole town makes it a point to eliminate nearby. Villagers carry favor with the Tsar and no Tao to the Oprichiki. They know about the Yagas in Ironclad law, that only the strong may eat, and maliciously use it against us. I know I'm skating on thin ice myself, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't defy the Tsar. I've got no choice but to run from the Oprichiki. But if these humans I've met really are mages, and they really do end up saving the world, maybe they'll help this consistent age in my chest go away even a little. Of course, I still don't know if I can even trust them. Who got shot? There the beast. Well, I'll be damned. I can't remember the last time I killed this many with a haul like this. I could still scrape by even after they pick me clean for taxes. Paxi. What is this? What is it? You're looking flushy today, aren't you? This is about my taxes, right? Here, take it. Yep, take care of you. But what about your mother's taxes? Hey, it's not fur over my snout. Your old lady's not pulling her weight anymore anyway. And you know as well as I do that this town doesn't need any Yaga who can't hunt. Honestly, I don't even know why you bother paying her a share. It doesn't make a damn lick of sense. None of your business here. There's my mother's share. This town has no use for my mother anymore. She's well aware of that, so all she does now is wait around to die. Waiting for the time when she finally starves to death. The question is, where's her mother? Who is it? Here's some meat, I'll just leave it here. Oh, thank you, I don't know how I can repay you. Don't worry about it. My husband and son will be home soon. Why don't you stay and eat with us? No thanks. She doesn't even recognize my face anymore. They say it happens a lot once Yaga gets up there in years. They say their memories get fuzzy, so they start clinching to them more and more until they end up living the rest of their lives in fantasy world. There's no point in keeping my mom alive anymore. I should just let her die and become one with the earth. It's not like she'll be any help to me while she's still kicking. Only the strong have a right to eat, and she hasn't been strong for a long time. So then why do I keep helping her like this? Because you're partially human. I'm back. Your info was good. Brought in my biggest haul in ages. Hard to believe there was that good hunting spot right near the town that nobody ever noticed before. Thanks to your tip, I've still got a bunch left, or even after paying my taxes. Though I did get a few snide remarks about my haul. Snide remarks? It's a long story, never mind that. What other hunting grounds you've got for me? Hurry up and tell me so I can go check it out. Gotta hunt while I've still got the energy. Of course. Well then, I imagine you may not have much of a response to this next question, but I must ask it nonetheless. What can you tell us about the mysterious tree? If anything, I was hoping you guys could tell me what the hell is that thing. Do you remember when it first appeared? About 3 months ago, I'd say. Everyone was all excited when it first showed up, saying it was a miracle, the top of form for us, but it never actually gave us anything useful. They practically don't react to it either, so all I really know is that it's just a big damn tree. Are we done now? Because I want to check out those other hunting grounds while... Just a moment now. That we know the full extent of the situation. I'm afraid the information was insufficient. Insufficient is how you pronounce it. Gosh damn it. So, sometimes after reading a while, some words are just starting to be so impossible to pronounce. So, come on. I don't have anything else I can trade you. Unless you're after my gun. And you can have that over my dead body. No, it's not that. We want that we want a kite. A kite? All you have to do is collect some materials. I can tell you what we need right now if you like. Now that I have a clearer picture of your people, technology and cultural progress, I'm quite certain you should have little trouble finding them. Alright, as long as I don't have to leave town. Thank you, I commend your decisiveness. Good show, Paxi. So do they have to pay taxes every time they leave town? What do you want with a kite, Holmes? Shouldn't we have traded it for food first? The patchy one is right. It's been too long since I've had a decent cut of roast beef. Not at all. Food's crucial too, of course, but as they say, safety first. That is what you're going for, right, Holmes? Indeed, it will require a bit of brute strength. But we will be taking a page from Benjamin Franklin's book. I see where you're going with this. So you want to connect it to the briefcase. I do. What are you guys talking about? So we gotta put the briefcase up in the air and we're gonna summon a thing. I'm going to use lightning to secure the power you need to summon servants. That's barbaric. Why? It's downright primitive. No, not at all. The briefcase was originally designed to be usable even in eras without electricity. All Cesith needs to make use of it is a draw a summoning circle on a ley line and wait for a single bolt of lightning to strike. Man, I really am a genius, aren't I? I doubt there's anyone else in all of history who could have made the summoning system this streamlined. Being me is so awesome. Alright, so when's the next thunderstorm? Our forecast says tomorrow. Suffice to say that time is not on our side. I'm afraid we must get this kite ready to fly before the end of the day. Now then, Mrs. Cesith, have you ever made a kite before? Not even once. I suspected as much. That you did not secretly while away the hours making kites was not a difficult dedication to make. I suspect as much. That you did not secretly while away the hours making kites was not a difficult dedication to make. But not to worry, Da Vinci. Da Vinci and I are both here to help. If our interest hadn't led us elsewhere, we could easily have been professional toy makers in our own right. After this is done reading, I will probably call it for reading today. I was trying to read more and more. Here you go. They were all easy to find. Now, are you gonna tell me those other hunting grounds? Of course, I'm pleased to make an equitable trade. This one's far. Probably take me a day to get there. Alright, you guys stay put. Don't go outside and don't eat anything beside the food I gave you. See you later, Paxi. No, good luck. We're gonna go with good luck. Man, it feels weird getting a send-off. Okay. Alright, then now it's time for arts and crafts. Remember, without this kite, you will not be able to summon the servants. It is no exaggeration to say that the very fate of this world hinges upon this kite. This may be the most important arts and crafts project in the history of mankind, no pressure. No, not that one, not that one. Yes, you're supposed to cut that one. No, not there. Ooh, this is so frustrating. I'm sorry, Da Vinci, but it's not always easy to understand what you mean. No, not there. How is the kite supposed to fly if you cut that? No, that's correct, that the next cut needs to be on the opposite side. Dude, the fat dude, can he just disappear? Can we just finally eat him? Can we just treat him as a mystic beast and eat him for dinner? He's just not helping. Really? I never knew there was so much to kite making. I always thought you just stuck some poles to fabric like a tent. and the whole thing just flies. Here's some water, senpai. Just relax and take it nice and easy. That's like the kind of backseating I get when I play Valorant. It's like, oh, it's behind you. It's like 5 people are in front of you, like no one behind you to get fucked. That's a backseating you get in Valorant every day. Here's some water, senpai. Just relax and take it easy. And eat nice and easy. I have to say though, this is kind of fun. I only hope it ends up flying well. We're done, right? I can bend the wire we're using for the kite's frame. Senpai, I am a demisarant after all. Don't be silly, in your normal form you're even weaker than Cesith is. Alright. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. Well, this is unfortunate turn of events. I can already hear the rumble of thunder nearby. The kite's design should be fine, but we still don't know whether it will fly in this world. The world is enveloped by a raging storm after all. There is no telling how violently the winds may be blowing at the high altitudes. Nonetheless, the kite's frame should be sturdy enough to accommodate extreme conditions at this point. We have done all we can. So, great, that was the last part. It might have been a long and winding road to get here, but at least we got there. Now, for the most important touch, what sort of picture should we draw on it? Damn it, Da Vinci, I'm a master, not an artist. How about none? That would be something I would actually respond to. What? But I was all set to paint a Vitruvian good enough. Wait. But I was all set to paint a Vitruvian good enough to put on the Voyager. Stop that. You will frighten the locals half to death. Just scribble some ASCII expression on it and be done with it. Well, now I'm impressed you know about that. True, it is important to retain one's sense of playfulness. Miss Krillite, would you do the honor of drawing something? Of course, art design is one of my specialties. If it be me, we would be seeing a dick on that kite. Don't worry, Master, I'll make sure it's a glamorous kite that will make everyone sit up and take notice. Please be a dick. Well, it certainly is one of a kind. Is it a dick? Please tell me it's a dick. I'm sorry, I did my best to convert your face into a Euclidean plane, senpai, but I'm afraid it didn't go so well. I like it, it has unique charm about it, and it should serve to ward off evil spirits. Now, you'd best be on your way. I'm afraid we don't have time to wait for Paxi to return. I wonder what kind of like servant we're getting. What would be kind of funny if we would like actually summon Korean Sky or whatever, like out of nowhere Korean Sky again. That would be wild. Not gonna happen. I'll leave him a note, letting him know where we are. Okay, Master, let's sneak out of here. There are a lot more people, I mean Yaga here, than I thought there'd be. Just run away. Ooh, what was that sound? Are we fucked? Anastasia. Where are you, Anastasia? I'm here, my Tsar. Ah, my Empress, my beloved wife, tell me. Is Russia at peace? Of course it is, my Tsar. Your Prichiki are fighting hard all throughout the land in order to spread your glory far and wide. Please rest and do not be troubled. I see, so Russia is at peace. That makes 200 years of peace in Russia. What about the outside? I must spread my glory beyond Russia's border. I must share it with those from other lands who can only shiver in the cold waiting for their ends. Tell me, how far Europe and the Far East? They too are at peace, my Tsar. Europe has bowed to your will, and negotiations in the Far East are proceeding at peace. The war is over, and Russia will have their election soon. I see, that is good. No, that is not good at all. Peace alone is not enough. I must press onward with renewed vigor and expand my domain. I must unite the world and ensure its happiness. I am Amadeus. Very well. Amadeus all okay, interesting. So sleepy. Am I dreaming? Good night, my Tsar. May your response be blessed with sweet dreams. So, one thing I just realized. I felt like Lostbelts are all different worlds. Are Lostbelts in the same world? And you expand like your territory, right? And they're just in the same world. Lostbelts, yes, they're just like, one is in Russia, for example, one is like in Japan, and they expand its thing. It's not like separate. Good night, my Tsar. May your repose be blessed with sweet dreams. Did you get Evan's attack under control? Yes, he is sleeping soundly now, thanks to Mozart's piano. Even though the Tsar is from a Lostbelt, the musical arts seem to have an oddly powerful effect over him. I'm even feeling a bit sleepy myself now. Good, we need him to stay asleep for the time being. We can't have him finding out what's really going on and heading out on a campaign. That'd be the worst possible scenario. We must first be certain that his rule extends throughout the Lostbelt before we do anything else. Then I will trust him to Amadeus for a while and deal with the rebels myself. The mere thought that there is a rebellion taking place fills me with revulsion. I've never heard the word. Not an option. There's no way Amadeus only can keep the Tsar pacified. If he starts really acting up, even I couldn't say what might happen. And I can't stand that. As much as possible, I want to eliminate any chance of surprise from my plan. When I need your help, I'll make sure to call for you after the Tsar has been safely secured. As you wish. You are my master and I'm your servant. I will trust in your judgment. Thanks. That will be a big help. Pardon me. I hope it's not interrupting your pillow talk. I'd watch your tongue if I were you, Metropolitan Masterus. Fuck that dude as well. You may be the Tsar's mentor, but I am still a member of the imperial family and I will not tolerate such uncouth remarks. You want me, Grand Douche. I've nothing but the highest respect for every member of the Russian imperial family. No matter what sort of family they may be, or what sort of aunt the Grand Deuce may have met. How dare you? Wait, both of you stand down. I don't want to see any infighting. We don't have time for it anyway. Father, your job is to placate the Tsar. Wait. Your job is to placate the Tsar, right? Then quit following the Grand Douche around and hurry up with the repairs to the cathedral. Or do you have something urgent to tell us? Did something happen with one of the other Lostbelts? Of course. This is very urgent. Cryptor number 1. Today is your lucky day. You finally have a chance to prove yourself in battle. You're kidding me. They already showed up? They have. There's been a disturbance on the outskirts. Their shadow border has emerged here in our own Russian. We haven't pinpointed their exact location yet, though still this is their first Lostbelt. It will take them at least several days to fully comprehend how this world works. I believe now would be the perfect time to eliminate them, while they are still regaining their balance. I don't want to leave the Tsar's side right now. I'll let Oprichny handle them. Besides, Kuyanskaya, the one who let them get away in the first place. Why not make her take care of them? Or are you gonna do it yourself? That might give you a chance to be useful for a change. Oh no, I couldn't, unfortunately. The Tsar condition worries me as well, so I wouldn't much rather not stray too far from Yaga Moscow. As for Miss Koyanskaya, she may well be to blame for this little predicament, but she is quite hard at work at the moment. I believe her work is of a rather private nature. It is very much in line with her hobbies. Hobbies? She's supposed to be leading the Oprichki. What else could she be up to? Kadok, I'm told a woman has been going around there distributing food to Yaka at exorbitant prices. So exorbitant that they are forced to rob their neighbors of everything they have to even have a hope of purchasing it. I can't believe her. We come all this way and she's still going around picking on the weak? Father, I don't like you, but I can understand you. I believe you are genuinely dedicated to keeping Russia safe from harm. But Koyanskaya can't make heads or tails of what she's thinking, or what she really wants to do. I mean, unlike you, she can come and go between Lostbelts whenever she pleases right. Then why can't we make her go to one that's a little more civilized? She doesn't need to stick around at this destitute world like this one. I'm afraid not. She's not one to change her behavior, no matter where she finds herself. In one sense, her actions stem from a love for humanity. That includes driving the weak into tight spots, sneering them at them, and stepping on them. She will never oppose us, or the cryptors. It's best to think of her as a difficult mercenary who will get the job done, as long as you can pay for her service. All that said, I do agree that she has been acting a little too freely. Very well then, I will speak to her and tell her to restrain herself while she's here in Russia. That should ensure she follows your commands as well. Does that suit you, Master of the Grand Douche? Fine with me. If she's gonna call herself a mercenary, I won't hesitate to use her like one. The Opportunity aren't gonna die as long as Ivan keeps dreaming. Tell Koyanskaya to make sure she finishes off Chaldea leftovers for good for this time. They're only humans, so they're bound to stop by a town sooner or later. Have her keep an eye on the major ones and take them out as soon as she finds them. The hydrate. That was a perfect hydrate. Reading everything out loud, it's just so... It's rough. Understood. I really must point out, though, how terrible a thing that is for you to say of your former comrades. Kadok Stemlupus. And here I thought you were a kinder soul than that. Have these last few months been hard for you? Perhaps you should follow the Tsar's example and get some sleep for yourself. I'll admit I've been pushing myself past my limits, but I'm still the same guy I always was. Like you said, Chaldea's people are my former comrades. Emphasis on former. Now, as the only master in Russia, in this Lostbelt, my goal is to ensure it comes out on top. I'm going to pull off something a master from proper human history never could. I have to. Well, it's too good to see you're in such high spirits. Pushing oneself too hard is a privilege offered only to the young after all. Rest assured, you have my full support. Kadok Samlupus, I have nothing but respect for you, aspirations, and for your determination. But I will offer one piece of advice. He who does not love himself can never save the world. If I were you, I would think long and hard about where the hostility of yours comes from. Look at those eyes, Kadok. Yes. Hostility. So he's basically telling me to get over myself and accept that they are my rivals. The hell they are. They just got lucky. That's... You mustn't say things you don't really mean, Kadok. Even if you're only bluffing lies like that, will only eat away at you. Kadok, you weren't able to save the world. That is simply a fact and one you must accept. The accomplishment something you could not. That is why you must take advantage of this new opportunity to show everyone what you can really do. This is your opportunity to show them how strong you truly are, to demonstrate why you are a cryptor, why you are the one of those who were originally meant to save the world. I know, believe me, I know. Fun fact, Kadok can't clear part 1 of FGO. Also, that was a long end. That was a massively long. I don't want to call it prologue, but it was a prologue. Also, that is a very hot Messi code. I like that. Would the next thing be a bell? It would be no bell as well. Okay, since it is pretty much 3 hours of streaming so far and all we did was just talking, I think I'm gonna grind for now. That's wild how much reading that is. With actually no playing at all. All we did was one bell that wasn't even a bell with mush that we were not even like, it wasn't even fighting. Okay, I don't like this one. Maybe Aqua is still online if we reset. We have Hobar. Hobar is good enough. So I want to see what the mystical does. First of all, I really love that design. But restore HP, remove one death buff for one ally. Remove one defense debuff. Doesn't sound that bad. Increase attack, increase their defense and strength for one ally. Apply evade to one ally one time 3 turns. Isn't that like awfully similar to like this? Greatly restore one ally's HP. Apply evade for one ally 1 turn. It's like pretty much the same thing, right? Doesn't look that amazing. We still start. Wait. We will still start fight when summoning servant is. Yes. I was pretty much thinking about it. As soon as we summon a servant, I'd say probably like immediately an enemy will appear. Like most likely. It's okay to read fast and not out loud. We understand how long it can be. I mean, in the end, usually when I watch stream, I watch it for like background noise, right? Or like background noise or just something that is like talking the deck. Or something that I can actually focus on and talk with the person. So, not being actually talking when I read the lore is like, I don't know, I feel like something is missing. Don't you think? Like, if I were to now read everything quiet, all you have is the background music of the game. I feel like the music would be a little bit. You can do it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have to say, I've been a couple of mods forever. Like, it hasn't changed at all. Like, every time I grind, it's not even my intention anymore. It's just like, it's autopilot. I will just select the Morgan with a K-scope, with the maximum big K-scope, and I will just farm with that. For, I don't know how many years at this point. Yes, this is already this and this. And we will most likely also do a disappointment of the day. I want to give it a try to see how good my luck is. We have already pulled Lancelot, right? So what would be the odds if we get 2 times in a row something good? That'd be wild, right? I might sell actually Lancelot. There's a chance I'm gonna sell Lancelot. Like, I have 2 Lancelots. I have 2 Lancelots, 1 Gilgamesh. That would be if I go into the shop, right? That would be a... We need 1 more, right? For skin. What would you buy here, by the way? Which one should I go for? Like, if I were to sell Lancelot and Gilgamesh. Like, this is most likely like a mystical as well, right? I'm not sure. So, Spiritual Origin, how many Lancelots do I have? I have 2 Lancelots. I have... What else would I want to sell? The Gilgamesh here. And that's about it. That's only 3 we could sell. Nowhere near enough. Oh, nowhere near. We would need 1 more 4-star male. So, I'm gonna give it 1 shot. Last pull of the day. See if we can pull something off and get some good luck. Otherwise, we're gonna raid someone. Disappointment of the day after 3 hours of reading. At least give me something worth. I got Lancelot before. I don't want to be greedy, but it would be kind of fire. I would die for Sable Lancelot entity. I'm sorry. I'm selling it. I think that's pretty good, right? I think I can live with this. That's pretty okay, I'd say. Increase arts card effectiveness by 15%. Increase MP charge by 2 levels when using MP. Wait. 1 to 10. How good is this CE? I had it before, so this is my second one. Is this a good one or not? Increase arts card effectiveness by 15%. That sounds pretty good. Increase MP charge by 2 levels when using MP 1 time. Sounds pretty good. I'm not sure. Yep. In the end, I'm not complaining about a 5-star CE. Out of nowhere. It could have been K-Scope. I already used them once with MP damage and MP start. So you're saying it could be worse.
もう9月です。時の流れ
Good.
が
So
本当
with
に
that,
早
we're
いも
gonna
のです
rate
ね。
someone who is playing.
日本だと
Say something right
果
now.
物
We're
が
gonna
美味しい
rate
季節だそうですが、
legendary and only Lottie.
マスターの
The
故
one
郷
and
では
only.
どのような果物が好まれますか？
They might not stream for much longer, but let's just see. Thanks for the stream. Thanks a lot for staying here. I wish it would have been a little bit more gameplay. Like, there was so much story with so little, like with no gameplay. There was no gameplay at all. That was all just reading, which is kind of wild. But with that, for all of you watching, really appreciate you for being here. And with the tattoo, all of you, I would say thanks so much for watching and have a nice one. Bye bye, Smith Side. Have a good one. And see ya.